Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Unready Darkness, yours truly. The number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. Got another one for you. Morning Real Talk, number, no, number. Morning Real Talk, part 28. Invite some people on. Hopefully they come. Ted Valves, check your email if you wants to get on. We're gonna talk about different things today. I don't want to be script. If y'all notice that lately when I be doing these morning talks, people say, "What do we want to talk about?" I don't like things being script because you never know somebody can go through tough times, and we just want to make available time for them so they get through the day. So yeah, and in the near future, it might be some morning real talks. It'll probably be scripted, not throughout the live, but maybe the first 35, 40 minutes. But other than that, I don't want to be script. No, I don't want to be script. I did sit in advance 12 hours. That's advance. Yesterday's advance. Okay, whatever. Um, so when I'm going, let me read this out first. Come enjoy real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones, individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We got. Just remember, all we got, make available time. You never know what the next person go through. Make available time. Sometimes it's not about you. I had to learn this myself. It's not about you. I do. Because I'll be sort of my vision and stuff, and I have to like reframe myself like, hey, T, don't change now. You're all about other people. And I said, okay. So I have to understand that too. So it goes me too. Um, let me read this out. Um, I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. Here's some Wu Tang. No. I hit you with this. Hit y'all with this one. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Oh. Can you hear me now? Press 1. Okay. Probably went out. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to my channel. The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the Underrated One. Yeah, I'm having breakfast. Yeah, I'm having breakfast. Yeah. And we gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some things. Talk about some things today. 12 Hours she did something about Kanye West. It was very good. Now you need to check it out. Excuse me. And then I did talk about earlier. You check that out. No, I know people is jumping on that. And I invite some people on. Hopefully they can come. But if not, the show must go on. And so hold on for 1 second. I'm I'm back. I'm back. Um yeah, no problem. No problem, 12 hours. No problem. Let me turn this on. But and also I'm happy, I'm not happy. The Giants and the Jets won, but the Mets, man, probably come beat you at your house, man. 2 games won. The Mets will learn from it. They will get better next year. Um, 2 weeks ago, they had a series against Atlanta. If they would have swept Atlanta, they would have won. They would have won the division. They could have waited. You take questions from the floor? I don't know. I don't know. 12 hours. I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to ask some questions? I'd rather you be up here. I really do. But let's see what happens. We got oh snap. She got the email. Okay, you guys. Hey, what's going on? Miss Coco? Oh, she dropped off. I'm telling you, this stream y'all something else, y'all.
Sorry about that. I got kicked off. Sorry, excuse my hoarse voice. You got me when I'm just waking up, today my day off. But I said I'll join.
Oh, I'll mute already. Don't worry about it. No problem. No problem. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, 12 hours. You can ask questions. No problem. Oh, okay. So yeah, so how's your I ain't mean to wake you up. I sent the email, so how's your morning?
Morning as well. Hello, good morning, Tinville. How are you? I hope
Okay.
that you are well.
I'm okay. I went to got some breakfast with the miss. Then
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so let's
caught
see.
y'all
Talk to
yesterday
her.
briefly.
Huh?
I said I caught you live yesterday with her briefly.
Yeah. So
So y'all have fun.
yeah, we have fun every day.
Yeah.
Chilling with Ray. Good morning. How you doing? Again, let me put this out there. This is Morning Real Talk, part 28. You see the title, Ladies and Gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies, if you want to get on, you can get on. The email is in the chat. Let me know that you email me first so I can send. That's the only way you're going to get on. And then I will send a link to the panel through your email. That's the only way you're going to get on. I did it last month. Then people are not at. So I'm going back up this way. So again, ladies and gentlemen, tennis fans that made positive impact in America. No. If you want to mention, you can. Unique Dawn, good morning to you. Unique Dawn. Thanks for your old. Oh, let me get this out. I forget. Yo, shout out to my underrated one family. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the mighty LDBC that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. That's what I roll with. So shout out to y'all. Thanks for your constant support and everything. And you know, we not just talk about sports, but we talking about always empower each other, especially African descent. But we don't have this African descent. We have all shades of people, and we move in one form. So I want y'all to understand and shout out to the general that had the vision, you know, the LDBC and other members. And let me shout out the Town Biz, brother Town Biz, for introducing me to the LDBC through excuse me, to brother General 7A Sports and Black Fight Fan and Ticket TV. Yeah, me I will do a chopper with Ticket TV. And I already confirmed that I'm gonna do a chopper with brother Drew Titan. So look out for those and everything. Um, doing big things, man. Doing big things. Over here, we doing big things. So it's all about empowerment. It's all about stay on your righteous core. We can have fun and everything like that. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Also I'm trying to do some. I gotta look. I did a chop up with 12 valves, but that's on my secondary channel. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for that and I'm gonna post that on my community tab. Okay, Ray. So I'm saying it was very good. It was very good. A lot of things y'all don't really know about 12 valves that is good. Y'all gonna be very surprised. Also, you're gonna be very surprised how much she support black men. What's her stance as a black man as a mother? She have a son, and you be surprised. It is a very encouraging. I just said understand, but it was a great one of the great choppers I did, and it goes to show that she knows what's going on in her own way. She do fight for the black man's rights and everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for that, and I'm going to post that in the community tab. So I want you to look for that in the community tab. And thanks again. And Unique Dawn, I want to do a chop up with you, because so I'm gonna reach out to you, do a chop up. And let me explain the chop up before I continue. A chop up, my chop up is not an interview. The ones I invite, like 12 hours, she asked me questions. Like she asked me questions, I ask her questions. And that's how we build. It's not an interview. And then after that, within depends how long they stay. I say within the 30, 40 minute mark, start asking questions. Then we continually on until that's it. That's how we do it. Dark, chop it up on the darkness roundtable. I just wanted people to get abreast because people say, "Oh, that's a great interview." It's not an interview. It's not an interview. It's a chopper. There's a difference. All right. So again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Doctors. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. And this is no, no, it's there 12. Oh, you want to do yeah. If you want to do another one on this channel, we can. But it's on that channel. It's there. It's there. But see, yeah, it's there. No worries about that. Nah, I don't like do no chopper series. I like. Okay, she said you want to do a chopper. So you want double duties. You want one on this the secondary channel. You want one on the other channel. No, don't worry about. But you know what we talk about? Because there's gonna be some people on my secondary channel. They probably want to do a chopper of this channel too. So anyway, I open up for it and everything. So we talk about it. But I know this is Hispanic month, and not all people is talking about it, and so shout out to Hispanics. They they origin from us anyway. Gotta say that. Gotta say that. But a shout out to them. They made a contribution. But I still say this: let's not forget about our contribution. Let's not forget about our contribution as being trailblazers. That's very important. They always talk about our history. We know they don't consider us a trailblazer. We are trailblazers, and we have done this. We got to remember that. And no, but and also if anybody that going through things, you need somebody to talk to. I'm putting my secondary email, and cause this is the year. Oh, God, don't forget. Um, this is the part of the year that people. I mean, all throughout the year, people do get depressed, but especially this part of the year is we're approaching holidays, and they don't have their family or they got done wrong and stuff, and we have to be in mind of that and everything. We have to be in mind of that and everything. So hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Let me check out something. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. But this is there you go. Um, that's anybody that wanna reach out. I don't know what happened to Coco Tina. I don't know about she. Most like she be back. Um, that's my second email. Anybody need somebody to talk to or any resources you want to find out, even if I don't know. What's up, brother GP? Um, and okay. Shout out to brother GP. Always, yo, that's the channel you need to check out for. You need to check out brother GP. If you want to come up, brother GP, I know. Let me know. I'll show you the link. Hispanic boxers. You got Wilfred Benitez. You got Felix. I got Felix Trinidad on 12 ounce. Hispanic. Miguel Cotto. Big J. Big G in the house. There's many great Hispanic boxers, some world champions too. Oh my God, what's his full name? No, Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran. He's from Panama. He don't count. He's from Panama. From Panama. George Page. Let me see. George Page. There's a few. There's a few 12 valves. There's a few, but the ones I mentioned, they world champions. Yep, Hector Camacho. Yeah, New York. Yeah, let me see, the late great Hector Camacho. He the one ended Sugar Ray Leonard's career back in '99. He the one ended Sugar Ray Leonard's career. So I gave you some 12 valves. But to get back, I'm saying my Jets won, Giants won, Mets next year, they'll be better. But today, again, anybody that wants to get on the panel, the link is in the chat. Look up there. It's not the email that I just put in. Okay, it's not that email. So any ladies and gentlemen wants to get on the panel, Lala D, what's up? You want to get on the panel? There it is. It's J. Let me put it again. Now, when y'all see the JT Black Man 49, that's the one. That's my secondary channel. That's my secondary email. That yeah, but they gonna be all right. They in the good hands. But the one you said JT Black Man 49, that's the one that anybody that have problems or they need somebody to talk to, y'all need somebody to talk to, that's the one you reach out to me. That's the one. All right. This is the email. If anybody that wants to get on the panel, again, that wants to get on the panel, and welcome back, Chilling with Ray. Welcome back. I don't know what happened to Chocolatino. See how people leave me and stuff like that? That's messed up. That's bad business. All right, that's what's up. You do tea and everything. That's if anybody wants to get on, that's the email you reach out to me for. You want to get on the panel. All right. I mean, my brother. Well, I'm ready to finish my brother. I went to Wawa. So that's enough of that. But get back to the holidays. Let me make myself situated here. Um, holiday season's coming up. You know, a lot of y'all is going through anxiety and disappointments and depression. It's just understand you're not alone. Yeah, things has happened to you that people had treated you a certain way. You're trying to make it feel that it's you. But but let it be known, you can get through it. You know, you can get through it. No matter if you're a man, no matter you're a woman. And and right here, we family. We family. I like tea too. I like peppermint tea. I ain't had peppermint tea in a long time. Come to think about it. I think I'm gonna have me some peppermint tea. Bef- Make sure before a year's out. But I'm glad that you're here. I cannot stand grilled cheese, Lala D. I can't stand grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is something. Hold on for 1 second, please. I don't know, keep them buffering. I gotta check it out. Oh, let me see. Okay. Oh, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Everything all right? The
I'm
boogeyman
good.
got you?
I had to take care of a couple of things,
Gotcha, got
some
you.
pressing things.
Oh,
I'm
none of
back.
my business. None of my business.
Excuse
None of
me.
my business.
What I miss?
Now we was talking about. Well, we was gonna talk. We are gonna talk about holidays and how people be depressed and have anxiety problems, or how they know family, or they get blamed for something and they feel lonely. So, oh, it's a special cheese. Okay, Lolly, I hear you. And we was talking about that. I want to elaborate on that too. And I think it's very, very important that let people know that I put out my secondary email. That's jtblackman49@gmail.com. All low caps. So I had no problem with it. So in case anybody that wants to reach out, you reach out, or any resources that you need. Even maybe I don't have it, I could, search for it for y'all and have people come and everything. So that's what I want. That's what I want to do. I want to offer so that yeah, like I said, I'm opening it up to ladies and gentlemen. So just read the title, open it up. So like I said, anybody that wants, ladies too, excuse me, you want to get on? Let me know. You reach me out on my email. Can you send an email? Let me know, and I'll look for it, and I'll send you the link. Okay, that Big George right there. Big George is sending him a link. He from North Carolina. He beat me up. Big George. So I'm gonna send the link.
Well, that's good that you're offering your self to help others at this time. You know, it's fall. Um, and it's not just about the holidays. It's just about when the weather changes. It just seems like people just get depressed, period. Um,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But I said you right about it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, when the holiday comes up, and you know, I say, all throughout the years, you know, So it is. So I just want to try to do my part.
And depression is real. Uh, I have a couple of family members that suffer. I actually have an
Yeah.
aunt that doesn't even leave her home
Mm.
at all. Um, she still functions within the home, but
Wow.
she will not leave the home. So, um, to the point where she wouldn't even bathe.
Mm.
So, um, I have seen firsthand what some forms of depression can do, because it's different layers to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes silent depression could be more dangerous. Okay, Lolly. Sometimes silent depression is dangerous too. And Big George, watch out for your link, okay, in the email, all right? If you don't get it, let me know, all right? So watch out for the email. I'm sending through the email right now, Big George. So so watch out for that. So I've been through some depression in my lifetime too.
I think we all do. It's just how we cope with it. Um, like I said, it's several layers to depression. And it's just a matter of how you manage to deal with it,
Yeah,
and if you can, function. Because you do have people that are depressed, but they still functioning. Meaning that they can be part of society in some way, and they can, maintain themselves.
yeah, that's true. And also when it comes to men, we gotta be honest here, keep it a buck here. When men be depressed, society don't cares. They just don't. And I know this for a fact because I've been through it. I talk a lot of men in my lifetime, and they do seek help, and the help is not there. And then people make it seem that, especially people in the social world, make it seem that it's their fault, so they get blamed. And the sad thing about it, sometimes the significant one don't understand. The kids don't understand. They don't get no help. They don't have nowhere to go. And it's easy to say, "Oh, that he need to do," but well, look at it around this country. There's hardly no men shelters. So people say, "Oh, you picking?" I'm not picking. I'm telling you facts. I'm gonna get you, George, in a few seconds, Big George. I'm gonna get you. So let me know in society, us as men. I'm talking about us as men. Yes, I'm putting it out there, but especially black men. I want to know: are we human beings? Do we count? So I'm gonna keep on drilling that, no matter what people like it is. But I could tell you this: by me born and raised in New York, what I see, and plus the first 46 years of my life in New York, and even the 10 years that I've been in Virginia, I can tell you like this: the men is non-existent. And I don't want to hear that they don't have the resources, they don't know. This they do know. And they are people in high positions think a man is just being there. And until we understand to tell the real truth about it and stop carinating, stop window dressing there's going to be a problem. It's still, it's going to be academic. So it's going to be trauma. So we got to welcome Big George in the building.
Good,
Welcome.
yeah, good morning, chat. As you know, if you don't know me by now, my name is George Page All the Rage, aka the Perfect Sage. I am the Emperor of Female
Hello,
Body Talk.
George.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning to you. I am the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. I talk about WMA, Man Underrated. We used to do a live every so often about
We
MMA.
still do it. I'm just saying that.
Well, wait on you, man. Yeah, it's your channel. I'm waiting on you. And
Yeah, wait on me for you gotta let me know.
well, I'm letting you know right now. But this shit your channel. You can be able to set this thing up. I just put some pause
It's gotta
underrated.
be two, man. It's gotta be more people enjoying, man. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's
I
me
know.
and you. You
Yeah,
hear what I'm
well,
saying, right?
I understand what you say. I know what you say. I got you. But but like I said,
I
when you
got you.
talk,
But don't worry,
yeah,
we gonna get it up soon. Don't
yeah,
worry, Joe. We got this. Cause we
that,
got quite a few stuff MMA, lot of surprises.
yeah,
Lot of surprises sure happen in
yeah.
MMA. So I've been through MMA. But don't worry about Joe. We gonna talk offline. We gonna get this thing going. Cause there's some bullshit happening in MMA that I
hmm
don't fucking like.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. But anyway, as you're saying about
Yeah,
the
go
thing
ahead.
about issue about depression, I know because I took care of my mom, and you know what, it taking care of somebody who is elderly and who's going through something, it can be also stress. It can really gets to your mind, and especially us in the black community, we don't want to seek mental help because we feel like mental issue is a white person thing. Like when if you remember Simone Biles, who took a step back because she was dealing with people harassing her on the internet and stuff like that because she wanted to take a break because like things you're saying if the flesh is willing but if the mind's not willing to go with it, you can't do what you need to do. And and it happens with athletes because I do my content on MMA, and I've done interviews with ladies who compete in the sport, and sometimes they deal with mental issues, especially if you have to deal with people shaming them for being who they are, because they're in a sport which is considered very masculine, and it's just the thing is that people need. I got a lady right now who I become friendly with, and she lives in Florida, and she's a bodybuilder. She competed in a few shows this year, and she's going through some stuff, and we talk on you know, we talk on the phone or we talk on IG, and I tell people like, what, sometimes you got to seek the help that you need, you know, and anything that could help you in this process, go out to it. I know last thing you want to do is this. Like I said, this you either have a choice. You either like to live a short life or a long life, and you know what? If you
Yeah.
yeah, in order to live that long life,
Yeah, it's true. But
yeah,
George, let me say this though, as a man, and I gotta be very firm with this because I know because I've been through this. I see other men go through it. They are men seeking help, but they don't want to hear us. And I understand sometimes y'all start looking at that, oh, men don't want to get help. No, they don't want to get help with everything. These people do not want to help us. And I know this because it's hard to believe people, some people in the chat and everything. And Sister Tina, I want you to get into this too, because it's very important that women, had a one perspective too. But I'm telling you, they don't want to help. In Virginia, it's discouraging. It's discouraging. Even when men have kids, they still don't help. Oh, we don't have no money. But when it comes to election time, if they live in existence address and everything, you want to vote.
hmm
I think that there's just a lot of bad apples when it comes to men who makes it harder for other men. And again, society feel that men is the stronger human being. So they also do frown on that because men are supposed to be the stronger human being and they're supposed to be able to endure. So yes, there are a lot of services that are scarce for men. But I'm not going to say that they're not out there. It's just that you will have to go through hoops and bounds just to get it. Um, but all I can say is that, I know from what I have heard through you, Underrated, you speak a lot about services for men. And so if other men can attain the knowledge and know where to go, then I think that they will get the services that they need. But they have to be diligent, and they can't take no for an answer. And I think that is just something that we as people need to do. Yes, for the female, it does come a little easier. They do have a little pity for us, and I agree. And then if we have children, of course, they 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 like, oh no, we need to get you out of this situation as quickly as possible. But again, I think in that instance, they think of us as weaker. And that's just my opinion. They just think that we're weaker. And so who are you going to help better first? You're going to help the weaker one or the stronger one? Which one you going to do? And that's how they think of us. So,
And that's true because, like I said, like with like a situation like this, my mother, she was a single mother. She had to raise 6 kids, 2 grandkids, and it was a lot easier for her to get help than like myself. I'm a man who don't have no children. I'm single. I live on my own. If I seek help, I gotta jump a lot of hoops because I'm a man. People say you're a man, you can do this, do that. But as men, my man already says we do need the help, and people gotta realize that we're humans. We're all humans, men and women, and we go through some things differently. Women might go through things differently than men, and because men, we're put on this earth as this is the thing. What men's purpose on earth is to breed, battle, build, and die, and that's it. That's our purpose. Women there have a little bit more purpose because they do take care of children. They do this, they do that. Like back in the ancient times, when the older men die, they send them out into the woods and they go off and die. But then the older women, they help the younger women take care of the children because the younger men didn't need the older guys to help them hunt because that was the younger man's thing. But still some would stick around and maybe teach because that's the good thing about it. If they was if you can teach the youth what they need to do, that's a great thing.
But let me say this though, and I want more women to talk about this too. We are dealing with people that alternative lifestyles and feminists that be in these prominent positions. So automatically they not gonna put their personal feelings aside for the betterment of people. I know why, because I've been through it. And I know I'm not the only one go through it because I see other people go through it. I also see other women go through it too that do advocate for men. And so this one I'm saying is this. And I got this from my mother. I miss her so much. When it comes to women, if you screw up, address that. And I do not hate women. I got women throughout the years on this channel. So I don't hate women. But I'm saying there's a lot of feminists and ones that have alternative lifestyle. They are getting away with murder. They are turning down people that really needs the help. And the ones that are them, that don't need the help, they give it to them. And we got to address that. We cannot run away from this problem. We cannot run away from this anymore. And for me personally, I'm tired of it. I am sick and tired that society has used the phantom laws, and then they get away with murder time after time after time again. So I'm saying like this: if we're gonna address the problem, excuse me, damn it, let's address the problem seriously. Don't run away from it. Because I'm not running away from it. I'm not letting this go. Because there especially our people, there are actually brothers and sisters that are suffering right now over their decisions. And of course, the higher ups not gonna hold them accountable because they feel the same way too. And we gotta address that. And there's going to be some feelings going to be hurt. So be it. It's got to be addressed. You know, people want to talk, oh, the system is good, or this and that and everything. And so, nah. System, and people say, oh, it's so easy to say the system is imperfect. The system is imperfect. Of course, we know it's imperfect, but we dealing with people had deliberate wants to hurt you in all sorts of ways. Knowing that we need this resources, no matter what it is. And they keep them holding back and holding back and holding back. And I'm like I said before, I seen it. Sometimes I walk out there, sometimes I be pissed. I be pissed off. See people get turned away. They turn away, and it's not their fault. Because sometimes over their era, how they put the information down, it's their era. But when their own people come in, it's all good. Oh, I take care of users and that because I address one of them. So why you turn that person away? That person had the same problem, but you turn them away. But you want to? Do you think that's right? Because you let your sexuality or your whatever it is get in the way of the betterment of the whole of in society of the people that really need it, and it's need to be addressed. Because there are some people you turn them away, they probably that's their last chance. I go home, I think about stuff like that, y'all. Good thing I'm strong enough to stand in. I mean, I ain't gonna say, oh, I'm a big bad wolf, because I'm not. I'm imperfect like everybody else. Good thing I see for what it is ever since I was very, very little. And I could, yeah. But it be at times, people, I'm being honest with family, it be at times I go home in tears. I be on the bus in tears. While these people getting off, they go home to their family and they feel they ain't had nothing to do with it. And it's not right. But when I say something like that, oh, you against a woman, or you against this and that. All I'm just saying, you can get away with murder you want to, but one way or the other, you're going to pay for it. Now I'm talking about man and or woman. You're going to pay when you turn out good people. You're going to pay for it. And don't even come over this channel because I warned you.
Well, let me play.
It has to be addressed.
Well, let me play devil advocate for a minute here, underrated. Because here's the thing about this: we all know what's going on.
Ain't no devil advocate in my book, bro. I'm not. Listen, I'm not playing devil. I understand what you're saying. I'm not playing no devil advocate.
But I'm gonna I'm just saying.
Go
I know
ahead,
you're not playing, but I'm gonna say this.
I'm not. All due respect, I'm not. No,
I understand.
I know what I know. I see people suffering, bro.
I know what you know.
Man and woman.
I know what you know. But like I said, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil advocate. I'll say it again. That in a situation, a lot of people who were dealing with, who had, either who were gay or homosexual, who were dealing with that stuff, they were ostracized just as much as, not as bad as black people were, but they were. And understand now that society is trying to make it more even for them. But now, here's the thing like this: anything that starts off with good intentions, people will take advantage of it. It happens. Like if you look at like I said, I live on Social Security. That system was created to help people who didn't have the means to hold, who couldn't hold a job, who, especially after the Great Depression. But even people take advantage of that system. The prison system was created to help people, after you got a prison to reform them. But the government takes advantage of that as free labor. There's a lot of things out there that, yes, they start out in good things and good intentions, but people take advantage of it. And I know you've been through, hell and high water, brother. I understand it because we talked about it several times. I'm the person that tells you that I know that you've been through. But at the same time, as I'm a person also sees that there's some good things that come out of this sometimes, but also there's bad things. And as men, we do need to help. We do need to help. But like the sister said, Tina, she said that we have to jump through hoops for us men. It's going to take time. Some states are more progressive than others. I live in North Carolina, and my state, when the pandemic hit,
Oh
we were,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
it was just a lot of people went to mental health issues. I was able to get some assistance, like as we call it food stamps. We get SNAP or EBT.
Oh, they
I'm,
call Snap here too in
yeah,
Virginia.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm still getting mine even after say the pandemic's about over with. And what that does, it helps me out because then I won't spend money on groceries and stuff since I'm eating a lot healthier because it costs more to eat healthier now, and that helps me out. It's good to if you can find the places to get the help, it's good, but it's gonna take time. Nothing's ever easy if you want it. And if it was easy, like it's people. I hear people talking about how it's you said again, it's Hispanic Day. I hear people talking about how a lot of these Mexicans stuff like that come over here and getting well because the fact is, as American citizens, we should know this stuff because we live in this country. Easy reason why they give them the more of a head and hand because the fact is they're strangers in this country, and many of them who choose like this. People talk about people Hispanic. Most of the people are descendants from the people that really lived in this country originally. There should be no borders between us. But they do that because the fact is they don't want, they keep saying, oh, Mexicans taking the jobs. Here's the thing with this. My family, I'm a descendant from slavery. It's like yourself, underrated. My great grandfather was a slave. My grandfather was sharecropped. My father was sharecropped. My mother sharecropped. My sister sharecropped. I sharecropped. And people complain about where the Mexicans taking all these jobs in the fields. Let them have them because we did it for years for free. If they want to work out there in the sun and the heat like that, fine. I'm not going to complain about that. But we have to all come together and realize that we're up against certain people who don't want us to succeed. And we have to all come together. Like, man, I like to quote movies. My favorite movie is the movie Soul Food. When Mama Joe said, as hands, as fingers, we not do much. When we come together and clench the fist, we can put a mighty blow. That's what we got to do. We got to all come together and realize that we all have to help each other. We can't all just get off here like that. Even Dr. King wanted to unite the feminists, the gays, the Jews, and all under one umbrella to fight against who we all know is the problem, who is the controlled white, people, slave owners, whatever else, people in power. And if we all came together and pushed back about it, things can be done. But that's why they killed Dr. King because they wanted him to push back. And now everybody's is their own separation. The feminists here, the LGBTQ communities here. We all have to come together, sit at a table, and say like, you know what? We have to be one family. We all of the same race, and that's the human race. No matter what your ethnic background is, or your sexual background is, or whatever else, we're all humans. That's the thing is, we're the same race. We're humans. We just got different cues, different lifestyles. That's what I say about that. You got a problem with that? You have the Joker to deal with. Because I love, yeah, I
No,
love,
salute to you, big dude.
I
Salute to
love,
you. Sister,
Tina,
yeah,
I love anarchy and
George. But all jokes
gasoline.
aside, before I get to Sister Tina,
Go ahead.
we're gonna go offline sometime this week. We're gonna schedule this.
Yeah,
The MMA because we gotta talk about some things.
yeah, we won't definitely do, but
We gotta talk about some things, yo.
gotta do.
So it's gonna be a little different. You see MMA because we gotta talk about some things because. And then before I get to Sister Tina, I know that in this space. Oh yeah, big dude. If you want to get on, I got you the link. But I'm gonna say this that you know, you said that I ain't talking about y'all in the chat. Not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people outside the chat. Do you know why this space is messed up? Because it's not diverse. I mean, we got people that MMA. We got African descent that hold prominent belts in MMA,
Mhm.
and we don't support it. We don't, and there's a consistent racism is really happening right now. And me and George, hopefully, we're gonna talk about it. And this is real, y'all. This is going along the way when we talk about it. I'm not getting off the subject, but a lot of things got to be addressed, and we're gonna address it in MMA because there's a lot of stuff is happening that is troublesome. Also, there's some good stuff. Not to say it not. But there's a lot of troublesome in this race. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be surprised. Like what? But don't worry about y'all gonna hear it y'all gonna hear it in the future. Sister Tina, anything you want to add on, please? Shout out to Big Dude, his channel 4 Quarter Talk. Support that.
Um, I was going to play devil advocate too, but George summed it up very well.
Okay.
Um, and I know underrated doesn't like when people um doesn't totally agree with him. But yes, we're all one human being, one
Okay.
species with
Okay.
different races that come together. And speaking of Hispanics, I have to commend them because they stick together. No
Yeah.
matter what, they stick together to pull one another up. And
Hmm.
we, as Black race, need to learn from them in that.
But they learn from us, and they come from us.
Uh,
Well,
I'm
Miss Tina, let you go ahead, Miss Tina. You go ahead, and I'll come back behind you.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to say some aspects they have. All races have taken from everyone. Everyone has taken something from all races. There's something. Don't frown. Don't frown.
I
Um,
see that.
Be
but
I
respectful,
don't.
underrated.
I'm
Calm
not
down.
going. No, listen, listen. I'm not going. Listen.
yeah,
My personal experience. I'm gonna put that on the side. Listen, I'm gonna put that on the side. I'm telling you what I seen. I'm talking. I put my personal feels on the side because see that makes me different from anybody else. I want to put my personal feelings to the side. I have to learn, even when I was little, I have to learn to see the things for what it is. And I'm not saying y'all to, but there are a lot of us as Black people, not saying y'all, that sometimes we see some things and that trickly eye, we get complacent. Instead of see things what it is. For me, I see things what it is. We all need to stick together. Yeah, we should, but it's not like that. Should we should work together with other people? Yeah, but some don't want to work with us. But here again, I got to keep on giving my plate to some people do not want to work with me. I mean, I'm just saying that there have to be a certain urgent advocacy of self have to come into this picture here. This is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Because a lot of us been eating off other people's plate for a long, long time. And look what happened. And look what happened to us. And a lot of them had got it from us. And they benefited. Look what happened to look what people told we advocate for certain things. Oh no, you we got we no no, they eating gourmet food. No, you gotta eat the scraps. But damn, I gave you a gourmet meal. The fuck? And that's what I'm coming from. Y'all can go ahead.
Well, like I
Shout
said,
out to Bunny Rose. Great channel. Thanks for
yeah.
coming.
Well, Miss Tina, I do a lot of quotes. If you ever go on my channel, I do a lot of quotes in my interviews. And one of my favorite movies, is the Batman Begins trilogy, the whole thing, the whole Batman trilogy. And I remember the worst part when Bruce Wayne's being trained by Henry Ducott, who later becomes Ra's al Ghul. He tells Bruce Wayne, "Be aware of surrounds of all time, Master Wayne, and do not give up your footing for a killing blow." And that's the thing is, we have to be aware of the people we're dealing with. We have to be. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be. Don't trust anybody, but also be cautious of who you trust, who you put your faith in. Black people, we're family, but we're the ones. Sometimes families are the ones that cut you the closest and cut you the deepest. And and
so
sometimes,
agree.
yeah, and sometimes you have to be cautious. Some people go, as this is another one of my favorite quotes from the Batman Begins. When you get to help, some people can walk behind you quietly and stab you in the heart, and and those would be the people that put a faith in. But sometimes you get. I have been situations where I had strangers out of nowhere help me out. Somebody who just saw, they tell me, yeah, I've been through that young blood, and I don't mind, getting my hand out to somebody. And then you expect the people who you're supposed to say, hey, we're family, we're kin. You know, everybody who's family is not always family, and sometimes family's not always blood. When my content dealing with the people I deal with, I became good friends with some of these ladies in the sport of bodybuilding. We talk about things. We talk about stuff on the phone. I got a dude. He's going through some bad stuff right now, and we talk every now and then. You know, he's married. He used to be a pro. You know, he's a brother, but he's married to a white woman. And you know, we talk every now and then. And, you know, I think it's good to when two men take time. Like right now, with my man Underrated, I love my man Underrated. You know, he can be a pain in the ass, but I love him because he's my brother. He kind of unmute. Yeah, calm down, man. Calm down.
Have myself mute. When I know why I named myself the Well-Rounded Warrior, because I've been through people, I've been through trial tribulation at times. Okay, I know, I've been through things. I see people of tyranny that go through things that did was right. You hear what I'm saying? They not being counted. So I gotta fight for them. You hear what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna change my stance of the ones that is underdog. And then you got these other people, they coming up and they doing unrighteous stuff. Then all of a sudden, when you point that out, it's always a doggone problem. Then they want to be cool by y'all. I'm not talking about you and Gene. I'm not talking about y'all because I understand what you're saying. I'm not built that way. I am not built that way. And I'm saying like this, though. If we want people to unite and everything, you got to fight for those. You cannot advocate for certain ones when you want to. You got to advocate the ones that really, really need. And the sad thing about it, there are people are coming up on the backs of the unfortunate ones, and we don't want to talk about it because it doesn't contain to them. It doesn't resonate with them. Nah, hell with that. Excuse my language. Hell with that. No, not me. I'm a well-rounded woman. So this is the way I feel. Or I could talk for me. And shout out to everybody in the chat. So if they don't want to fight for them, I give them to me. I fight for them. More than happy. I've been doing this when I was little. And you know what? And I got blessings. I got blessings over that. Not even knowing I'm getting blessings. Thanks for talking up for me. Do you know that in Virginia, I've been here 10 years. I had people came up to me and said, thanks for talking up to me. Because nobody don't care. Do you know what it's like when a person was like a second away to take their own life? And I'm talking about black men and black women. And they said, thank you for talking up for me. Do you know what it do something to me? That nobody heard them, but I heard them. So I gotta fight for them. So when people, I know you play devil advocate, that's great. I want to engage, but nah, what's right is right, wrong is wrong in my book. You want to, that's where I tell society all the time. You want to cast me aside? You can cast me aside, but I'm still here because I'm well-rounded warrior. I gotta fight for the ones that people throw away, that are making transition in their life, and they keep on kicking dirt for them. I gotta fight for them because society not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's how I built.
That's why I love you.
It is.
That's why I love you, brother. Because you know what? You know, I respect you as who you are. You know what? I respect yours, and I understand it. But also, like I said, sometimes there's always that other side I gotta tell. You know, people gotta see it also. You've been through stuff that a lot of people may have not been through, and will never understand. And there's Miss Tina, she's been through things that a lot of people been through and never understand.
And I respect y'all.
Yeah, and all that. You know, we have to, like I said again, we still have to come together as a family. You know, and we have to understand that we have to realize that there's more things out there. You know, there's more things greater than your heaven and earth, Horatio. And and we need to realize that first thing we need to do is we do have to help our weakest, and that is our children, our women, and our elderly. They need the help. Men, we have to at the table. We sit at the head of the table, and we lead. And we have to take our leadership back. Women got to realize. I know women, you got to do your thing. I respect that by women because until again, I was raised by my mother. I had 3 older sisters. I have a love for women. I worked around women. Miss Tina, one of my jobs, I had a couple of jobs where I worked with a lot of women. My first real main job was working in a textile plant. I worked with women every day. We'd sit and talk. We had the conversation. My other job was working in a gentleman's club. And sometimes those girls, we sit and talk.
Oh my.
Yeah. And we sit and talk because you know what? women, they go through a lot of stuff. I know. My man Underway, he don't want to talk about too much about the women, but the fact is, yeah, they
I
do
do
through a lot
talk
of
about
things.
women.
Yeah, you
You
do.
lying
But
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, I know,
We take
You
on a
lying about
lot.
that.
I
yeah,
get you, George.
yeah,
We
yeah.
take on a
No,
lot.
no, no,
That's
no,
I've
no.
seen.
Y'all got me wrong. Cause see, y'all trying to know. I do advocate for women, and I
No,
do talk about women.
yeah, I know, I
Yes, I
understand.
do.
But you're a strong advocate for men, and I respect that about you. You know,
And I'm still
yeah,
advocate for women.
yeah,
And
yeah. Well, you're supposed to be advocate for ladies because you know what? As men, we're supposed to protect our women. We also, as men, we need people that speak up for us also too. And that's why I say you also as
okay.
far as for men. So don't you go jumping on me on the way. You know,
No, I'm just saying. No, I gotta make it. I gotta make it very, very
I
clear
know you make it very
because
clear.
there's assumption in the space that I don't advocate for women. I do advocate women. I with someone with the myth of me in a relationship, so I
Yeah.
do advocate for women. Or I'm just saying, if you want me to hold man accountable, I don't mind hold man accountable. Women, you gotta be accountable too. Or I'm just saying, let me tell people this. I want to get this out very loud and clear. When I talk about myself, yeah, I've been through things and I do put myself out there, and I appreciate that y'all assess what I've been through. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I mean this. Don't get it twisted. I know a lot more people that go through tyranny throughout my life that I seen, that I helped, that I be in tears crying, be in agony because I feel I didn't do enough. So y'all have to understand that I'm coming from a space. I seen people get deliberately shut down, and I don't like that. Man or woman, yeah, I do advocate black men. Yeah, I do. I see women getting disrespected, and I advocate for them. You hear what I'm saying? And sometimes when they be advocating for men, they get they get thrown away. And that's the conversation we don't like to talk about. We don't like to deal with stuff like that. Women, like I tell men, y'all need to get it together and take care of these women. With kids, yes. Man, but at the same time, let's stop. This is what I'm saying. We gotta stop writing half a paragraph. Write the whole doggone paragraph. Make sure it's connected. You know, I got from my late father. And that's the problem. Some of us want to write whatever half paragraph it is, and then the other one, no, you want to leave blank because we're gonna fill whatever it's not. So let's be honest here. I give y'all the real right now. It be at times I be in tears because I feel I ain't do enough. But I know that comes with the territory ever since I was very, very, very little. I understood then that comes with the territory. When you stick up with what's right, you're gonna walk alone. Not that many people is not gonna understand. There's gonna be a lot more people gonna question your vision. A lot more than little. I've been through it. I know. I see other people go. I see other people. I see other people go through it. It was one time when my father was in the tenant patrol. It was this guy. He said, "Hey man, can't do that." What do you mean? Come on, Mr. Thomas. I hear what you're saying. You going, you know, you going on. Good morning, brother Prince. You know, I hear what you're saying. You know, but you can't do that. I get what you're saying. I don't have none, Mr. Thomas. I tried to. He said, "All right. Um, you know Jerry, right? I didn't get along with the motherfucker. I'm being honest with you. I don't get along with the motherfucker. If it that to me, I go aside his head with a bottle. But again, for our love for the community, so Jerry, I understand. Son, I understand what you're saying. Here's some money. Go and get some hero. My father talked to listen. Let me explain something to you. That's my son. Okay, it's my need. That's my son. So he don't like it. And I see you say certain things about it, but I'm gonna tell you all of my strength. Don't let nothing happen to my son. He said, and I never forget. It was early Saturday morning. I never forget. He said, you know, we're gonna go to grandma's house and like that. And my father knew we were living. I ain't really get along high. I ain't gonna say I ain't get along high with nobody. It was just some. I didn't want to be around. I didn't want to be around there. He said, I know you want to get away from here. Go play some ball and just, tell me where you at and everything. I said, no problem. I went and got him the hero. And he said, yeah, I could. No, no, no. You gonna walk back with me and thank my father. Because it was up to me. I F you up right then and there and don't think nothing about it. And he did not know that it was friends that knew that was around the corner, that was actually walking with me. They was ready to do him. But the strength of my father, my late father, they didn't do it. I said, no, 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 don't do nothing. I'm gonna walk him back. Just wait for me. We're gonna take the train, play ball. All right, JT. Yeah, man, you lucky, man. Don't play him, man. And I walk back with him. Come on, father said, make sure you walk back with him. And so my this ain't no lie. And my father get ready to go get in the car, go around the corner. I said, Dad, you don't have to get in the car. He's right here. I said, you thank my father for you. Because it would have been me, you wouldn't get nothing. And so my point is just that out of everything that we got to learn, like you said, fight for all, and that's what it's all about. We got to learn to fight for all. And there are some that don't want to fight back. I mean, not gonna say that fight back, who do not want it because they feel they want to be so entitled. Let them. So be entitled, and see how far that's going to get you when you keep on licking that devil's butt. As your word,
Oh my.
y'all continue. That's how I feel. Good morning, brother Prince.
Okay, now you got that out, so we're done. But yeah, I
I
can
got a whole
understand.
lot more, but
I,
I
I
don't want to be dominant. So I want
yeah,
y'all.
I
What
know,
you think?
like, but this is your channel. We want to be
No,
respectful
no,
to your
no, no,
channel.
no, no, no. It's the people's channel. I know it's my channel, but
Yeah,
it's the people's channel.
I'm glad I'm one of the people. But like I said, it's true that there's a lot of stuff that people are going through, and sometimes some people don't want to ask for help. And there's some situations where you want to help somebody, but it's like this. It's what you're saying. Sometimes when you want to try to save a drowning man, he'll pull you down. So sometimes you gotta let some people go. You gotta let them drown. It might hurt your heart, but in the long run, they don't have to take you down with them. I've dealt with family members who have issues. Especially those close to me, like brothers and sisters. They're my brothers and sisters. I'm always gonna have love for them because we came from the same mother and father, came in the same house. But at the same time, there's times where you grown. I can't always help you. My younger brother, he's going through something. I help him because he's my younger brother. He's my baby brother. I only have, I had at least three brothers. My oldest brother, he's not. I have my oldest brother, my father's son from his previous. Before we met my mother, there's my older brother James. He's been gone for about almost 20 years. My younger brother, and those are my brothers. I love them, and if they need help, especially my younger brother, if he needs to borrow some money, I lend it to him. But you gotta understand, hey, I live on a budget. You got to pay me back. I give him a little leeway, but like that, we have to come together as family. And sometimes we'll sit down and talk about our problems. We have to say, what need to be done, what needs to be done, how to do it. And we have to push to keep doing. Sometimes if you just say, what, I can't do no more than I can do, I just give up. And that's the thing is, those people who are against you are going to win. Like what Miss Tina said about the Mexicans, they come together, the Hispanics, say, they come together. They come together because the fact is they have to come together because they're even though they're growing a number here in this country, it's just that they come together because the fact is they rely on each other. The Jews do it, white people do it, other ethnic and people do it, but us black people, because we've been, especially here in America, we've been mind swapped. We're just like this the crabs in the barrel mentality. How one crab climb out the barrel and the other ones pull them down. And that's the thing is, when we do get together and it's realized that we have to stand together as a people, we can do things. We can make things move. but we got to stand together. We have to stand by each other. You know.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss,
Go ahead, Miss Tina.
That's what I was saying. Thanks for the summary. But yeah, we are in competition with ourselves, basically. Don't know why. And again, it could be, we are brainwashed, or, we like fast money. That's what I'm going to say. We like the quick pace and not the slow pace. We don't want to gradually get our riches. We want to be rich tomorrow. So, with that being said, we do step on each other to get to that, and that's our problem. Um, and we do need to come together as a people and decide and figure out. And we do need to learn to pull that next man up. Uh, um, and like George, you said, sometimes there is an anchor that's pulling us down that we do have to cut off. So we do have to be mindful of that as well. Um, leeches, of course, can take your energy, take your resources. So you got to be mindful of those as well. Um, and it's hard. It's hard to distinguish because you don't want to turn around. You don't want to turn your back, especially on your fellow brother or sister. So it can be hard. It can be hard to determine who is really true, who is really about that vision, who is really going to be there to help lift you and others. So that's what we need to look at. And it's hard. It's hard, but we have to do it somehow. Somehow we have to do it. I don't know. I don't know the way. Again, we don't have strong leaders like we did in the past, to give us that support and that push. So I guess we need to begin there. We need to find who's going to push us. Because we got to knock these walls down. We have to, deprogram our people so they can understand, the right way. Because so many of us have, fallen by the wayside, and we forget, or we forgotten what our ancestors and have went through just to get what we have now. So we just need to come together. I just don't know the direction.
you want to hear from me? But I'm finished. I'll go to the next subject.
Sure. Yes, underrated.
We do know. And I'm talking about the wrong ones. They know. They don't want to do it. They don't. Now I'm not talking about the ones that they do wrong, but they change their ways to be transparent and do better for themselves firstly, and then they help other people. I'm not talking about them. No, I'm not talking about them. But there are some deliberately wicked people, and I'm talking about men and women in our community. They wicked. They don't want this to happen because they eat out of the devil's table. And we got to be firm with that. We got to be firm with that. They want to. Just like I was talking to the miss about last time. I said, what you think about Reverend Al Sharpton? What about him? He's a reverend. Look, he decimated New York with the help of the Clintons. And let me say this about these pastors too. When are your pastors going to advocate for young black boys? Instead, wherever sneaky, demoralizing, negative thing you said about these young black boys and even men, when you're going to advocate for them, when you're going to advocate for them, also for the women that do advocate for men, when you're going to advocate for them, and that includes with the women, period, are the black pastors too. When y'all going to advocate for them? When you're going to advocate for families? But y'all don't want to because you're taking that devil dollar. So a lot of people have problem with T.D. Jakes. Okay, he probably do a little thing there, but the one that I do respect him, he advocate for fathers, and he do advocate for little boys to get molested and stuff like that. And then people don't even like that now. He should shut up, but he's a father. He don't supposed to feed. He don't supposed to advocate for us or something like that. And this is the BS hypocrisy that our people is in, all through the board. So when a person like me advocate for our young black boys and our young girls, I'm not playing that script. I'll call it as it is, and I'm going to say this again. When y'all going to act? When y'all going to talk about women molest little girls? No, it don't happen. Oh, yes, it does. I don't want to talk about that though. Oh, you picking on you hate. No, I don't hate. I'm just saying that I do my reading. I do my reading. I do my analysis. I see things in black and white. I see things when it's right there, and they don't want to talk about it. And other things is really happening. People told me, "What you talk about politics under it?" Now I'm not talking about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. No, because when I'm getting ready to say, y'all ain't gonna like what I say. No party ain't for us, y'all. No party is not for us at all. You got good old Philip Joe Biden. He loved little kids. You know what I'm saying? And people say, "Oh, he should talk reparations." Come on now. If you know how Joe Biden really feel about us 50 years ago, you think that's gonna change right now? And the vice president, we ain't gonna talk about her because she moving up on the pipeline, if you know what I mean. Then you got these other ones in there, you know, they holding their little selves. They know they ain't gonna advocate because they still eating them chicken dinners in the conference. The black and the Hispanic caucus. But they said, but you should have some belief in me. I had no belief in nothing, man. Fuck that. I had no belief in them. Fuck them. I put, I believe in God. God gonna get me through here, whatever it is, and that's what it is. I cannot put my trust in man and woman because that's what people say. Say, why you say woman? Because women in power too. I'm not gonna say men all the time. Women is in power too. That's what you signed up for. You're gonna be accountable too. You signed this problem. That's what you want to be. There you go. Man, I'm not. Yo, I don't. I don't. No, no. I don't worship man or woman. No, I don't. No, because it's been failing me all these years, and y'all better understand that too. You better understand what's going on. So we have to, us as a people, we gotta change of real minor things. We need like Sister Tina was saying, and that's a great point. You know, we we brainwashed. We got to deprogram. But how many? I mean, not deprogram. Reprogram. How many of us is willing to be reprogrammed? No, because that's hard. Because that means that there are certain things that we have to be corrected, and a lot of us do not want to be corrected. This. And even though they give us the script, we know it's wrong. But our kids eating good. We put them through college over a lie. Then when you're black, oh, what happened? I thought you black. You know what I mean? And they feel they entitled. So I call false entitlement. See, these are things we need to talk about. Because a lot of our people is being fooled. They still eating. Instead of eating for what's good, they still want to eat for something what's bad. So what we need to do, we need to get them away. Because they no good for us. And sometimes we have to advocate for ourselves. We have to advocate for each other. And it's just a few. We have to change it around. Because they not giving up their spot, yo.
It's like that old saying, God help those that help themselves. Now, that's not in the Bible. That's said by Benjamin Franklin. He said that. And people just put that and saying is the Bible. No. As you said again like this, we do need advocates for our people. It's hard to find anybody who want to advocate for our people. They advocate for everybody else. It's hard, but we have together, as I said again, we have to come together as a family. I mean, we can't always rely on the president, we can't always rely on the vice president, we can't always rely on the Democrat Party. We most definitely can't rely on the Republican Party because they like to sit on the fact that our party was the party that freed the slaves, but you didn't shit after that. You know, you need anything after that. You went after, like I said, I watch a lot. I'm at home a lot, watch a lot of TV shows. After the end of the Civil War, when they did help us black people. We did start to grow, but then because they wanted to bring in the Southern groups in, they like I said again, they did the old saying, they walk right behind us and stab us in the heart. But we have to fight together. We have to realize that yes, we do align ourselves with certain parties. Because the fact is, they do, even though in a way they kind of call us a little bit, they do kind of give us a little bit of something we can try to use. But we have to come together as a group, as a people, and fight for our own. We have to fight. And yet people can stop realizing these politicians they are paid by a lot of these big rich companies and big rich families. They're in their pockets half the time. But they realize they don't have a job as a people. I know people talk about voting, you shouldn't vote, but yeah, I understand that too. But the fact is, they don't have a job. If people start listening, stop like this. You'll say, stop listening, stop looking at what the right hand's doing and not pinches what the left hand's doing. Realize these guys, they do a lot of stuff. They go see dinners, like you say, they do this, they do that. And like one thing is like things could have been better if people realize there's more of us than on them. They do have the money and the resources, but if we come together and say, like, you know what, if you got those politicians that's been, it's been like 20, 30 years you representing your state or your district or something like that, he's not doing shit for you, then you have to say, you as people have to come together and say, you know what, this guy got to go. We got to put somebody in there that's going to work for us. And that's the thing, we got to find somebody who really wants to put themselves out in the line. Some people are too afraid to put themselves to risk their job, their career, or whatever else. They're too afraid. But if you find the right person who has enough courage to say, you know what, I'm not afraid. I think the most dangerous man in the world is the man who has nothing to lose. And the man who has everything to lose, he's the most scared man in the world. He's fearful because if he come against a man that has nothing to lose and nothing to gain, he's fearful that he lose everything that he has gained. And I think you have to find someone who wants to fight and stand up, fight for medical health, fight for mental health, fight for children, fight for women, fight for men, fight for everybody, not just particularly who has this, or who has that, or who has more position. It's sad how, like, as you know, if we talk about presidents, we had that last, piece of whatever he was come in, and this is the guy who had no understanding how government works. He just go by what he knew because he was rich. And that's why I like this. Never put a rich man in a position of power like that because he doesn't.
That's true. Hey, I got some stimulus for him.
He did that because he had to do that. He made a mess. He made a mess.
Yeah, I got some stimulus for him. That's what some people saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got some stimulus for him.
Look.
Anybody, you write about him. Anybody don't know about Donald Trump? I know about Donald Trump. He's from New York. But see, a lot of people don't know. In the 80s, going to the 90s, he was a registered Democrat.
Yeah. He used to be friends with
a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that. He was friends with Clinton.
No, you know. I'm just putting it out there. There's some people don't even know. But he was a registered Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
He give a whole wide. Well, that's another story. You can go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but like you say, he knew how. That's why he choose. Like you said, he chose to go to Republicans. He knew that was a party with which most of the white people are a part of, because they had the belief that, okay, this is that. Yeah, I remember. You remember back in the day, Bob Dole, we ran against Bill Clinton, and Bob Dole says we're going back to the 50s, and that's where white men were empowered the most. Women were in the kitchens and doing this and that, barefoot and naked. Black people, we had to bow our heads and walk the other side of the road when the white man comes down the line, and a lot of people who are gay or lesbian, whatever, couldn't be, had to stay in the closet. Things are changing. And the problem is, people like that, they don't like to see change. They're afraid of change. They hate for the people who they, for a long time, who was underneath them, get controlling position. They hate that. They don't want to see that. But the fact is, you have to accept change. Life's about change. You can't say the old things. If things were still like it is, people like me, underrated, we'd be still, saying, yes, sir, Mr. Charlie, sir. And, nah. To people like Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and all those other men who stood up and fought against these people. I know they lost their lives for us, and that's why we love and respect them, because they stood up. And said again, we need people to stand up. We can't keep sitting down and bowing our heads and taking scraps at the table. We got to stand up.
And let me say this about Joe Biden. I'm glad you said that, 12 fellas. I'm gonna tell you a little story, and this is facts. Now, if anybody remember the age, how old are you, brother George? I forgot.
I'm 48. About
Okay,
40, I'm gonna be 48.
okay,
No,
so,
I'll be 48 in
so you
November.
can get what I'm saying, because you ain't that far from me. I'm 56, so you ain't that far from me. So I want people to understand this story. This is a true story. United States was paying the Nicaraguan government to bring drugs in our communities back in the 80s. Come to find out, Oliver North, with part of CIA at the time, got caught. And it was this news report named, I think from the San Diego Tribune, named West. Later in the mid-90s, he got shot up. But I'm not gonna get into that, because that's gonna all right. So what happened was they trying to cover it up. Now, at that time, I believe Congress was under the Democratic rule. So, what do you think? Who do you think was head of that committee? You guess it. Good old Joe Biden gave them a pass, and I'm not letting Republicans off the hook either. I'm not letting Republicans off the hook, because they were down with it too. But good old Biden. That's the same good old Biden signed the 1994 bill. But see, everybody thought it just happened. This was adding up like towards the end of the 80s, in the 1980s, y'all. So my thing was that this government, you have to laugh at it, because it gets you angry sometimes when you think about it. And I know people that you shouldn't go back, but always, if anything you learn from this channel, you got to learn to connect the dots from the past and even to the present. If it doesn't change, if it's a pattern, it's a pattern. You got to learn to connect to the dots. And we talking about the same Joe Biden. That the bombs that hit Philadelphia back in '85 almost decimate the whole city. Government helped them out. Destroy families. And come to find out, it was a mistake or stuff like that. Probably none of them it was a whole accountable. And this back in the 80s, y'all. So I want you to understand this is almost 40 years ago and stuff like that. Why do you think things gonna change right now? It just got modernized. We dealing with people, and this is the thing. And then I know people goes like, "But this person do good for me and stuff." But learn the history of that person before you vote, before you think they good people. We deal with wicked people, have been in office for a very, very long time, and their constituents is always going to be with the ones they roll with. They roll with the ones with the elite, and we have to understand that, yo. This is bigger. And I know people don't want to hear that. Again, I'm not saying you're on the chat. And we got to understand they roll with lobbyists too. That's why you think they get paid millions of dollars on the side for years and years. There are some congressmen and congresswomen outside the six figures that they get. They sometimes what they get sometimes 2 or 3 times more than that. 30 million, 40 million. You know, 30, 40 million. Sometimes I'm talking about especially senators, men and women. If you were to see the salary they get on the side, I'm being honest with you, you just shake your head. Like, these are the same ones do not want them stimulus plan right now. Oh, they own boats, they got yachts and stuff. They got other houses. They hire people that know they can't defend themselves, have them clean their houses. They don't supposed to do that. Have them living in dungeons down there, down in the house, in their mansions. Men and women. We dealing with wicked people, y'all. Let me see. Under Trump, who's from New York City had never been allowed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Red Cross. Yeah, you're right, 12 hours. See, this is what I'm saying. See, everything what 12 hours was saying, people see, I'm from New York, so they've been doing this for a long time. And everything what 12 hours was saying, they are doing in New York. So if they doing it in New York, what you think would they be doing the rest of this country?
But like with that situation about that is when Trump took and had to deport a lot of people, we lost a good majority of the working people that worked the farms. As I can again, the farms to produce stuff. There was stuff rotting in the fields. A lot of these farmers depend on those workers because a lot of people like us, we did it for years, are not gonna go back and work in those fields. Most white people are not gonna go back and do it. We depend on that labor. We truthfully do. This country does. Because we did have struggle because of that man who lacks the intelligence to understand how our government works. He made a mess. Biden's not perfect. I'm gonna say that truth like this. He's not perfect, and he's part of the whole crime bill back in the day. But the fact was, people wanted something because we were going through the harsh of the crack cocaine era, and people like this when the pandemic hit, people complain about masks and stuff like that. But people always like this. We want something to help somebody. We want this. We want that. We want that. But then when you get it, it doesn't, and it kind of intrudes on your personal life. And you say, "Oh wow, we don't want anything." Right? You just can't. This is how the thing is. When you ask the government to come in and step in and do something, especially for the citizens that live here, understand they're gonna do something. You don't like it, that's your problem. Like this is like people don't like. I don't like wearing masks. Like our brother X, he's talking about like a lot. He's talking about Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. I respect him because he's a man. He's not a perfect man, but he understood what this thing was going around with this virus. He understood it. You have people who had no understanding of it, how things work, no education on it, talking out. And who are you? Like okay, a football player, Aaron Rodgers. Go. Right now, the Green Bay's not doing that good right now. I'm surprised they haven't traded his butt. Other people.
He's a golden boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, pretty Tom Brady. Him and his wife getting divorced. So now his wife, he doesn't have a wife anymore. People who are just don't understand how things work. Speaking out, we have people here, and those people, even those who have the education, still don't understand how they work. Because there's some things it's not, in concrete. It's not selling in stone. And people got to understand that. When you ask your country, it's that saying like, what your country should do, what should you do for your country? When we as citizens ask for our country to do something, when it's going down, it's really heavy. They understand they're going to do it. But if you feel like they're going to intrude on you, you shouldn't say nothing. Don't get mad. Don't be saying like, "Oh, you're treating on my rights." But you think about it, you are one of the few, and the needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few. That's always what they say in especially when they deal with the military or anything. They'll tell you that's more important to help those people who are the numbers, who are the most mass numbers that need it. And those few, you can either shut your mouth or roll with the punches like everybody else. That's the choices you have, you know. And you know, when we go out here, like I said again, we tell these politicians they're always going to do it because the system's always been rigged for them. It's, you know, they know they're doing this shit. They know they're doing it. Excuse my language. It's rigged for them. But as citizens, we have to put together and realize, you know what, things have to change. And you're gonna have a lot of people say, "Well, things are as they are now." It's not. We could do better if we wanted to, but some people choose not to. Some people are more complacent. Some people are comfortable where they are at because it's easy for them. But they, like I said again, they don't want to risk, you know, shaking the boat. And you know, underrated. I know you understand this, that we have to do better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that because, you know, that's why I came out here because, you know, and plus I like to pick on you every now and then. But we have to do better. We got to do better, not just for ourselves, but for our children or for our women, you know, for our men, you know, for everybody.
You gotta advocate.
Yeah, we, like I said, like, well, my channel, that's why I like to be advocate for these ladies that's in women's bodybuilding, because the fact is they go through a lot of stuff. They go through people shaming them because they choose a sport where people feel very masculine. And I have conversations with these ladies, and we become friends. We talk about things, and you know, I like to be advocated. Like I say, like I got a lady who just, she's a lady I did an interview with. She's a legend. Her name's Nancy Lewis. She just had an instance where she got injured, and I figured I sent her a package because the fact is she did me. You know, she's a great lady. I've been a fan for a long time. I want to help her out. Just a while ago, yesterday, I got a thing for a lady who I met back in Savannah when I went to see my first bodybuilding show. Her name is Sheena Olick. And you know, she said she thanked me for a package I sent her because she was a little down. She was very sad. She didn't do too well. And I said, you know what, Sheena, you're great. She's a beautiful woman. You got to see her. I mean, and you know, she's an amazing person. And you know, and that's why I see like this. Some people, a lot of people, always need some help. You know, if it's just more than just saying, you know, tell somebody, hey, how you doing today? Let them know you're concerned. You know, like every so often I might send something. I might reach out to you on the way, or you reach out to me. You know, and we talk about things. You know, we might talk about.
Yeah, we do. We talk about. That's what I'm saying. We talk. See, that's what I'm saying. This is people think I'm more in this space. I'm all about smoke. I'm all about empty smoke. No, me and George talk. We talk offline. And he told me so. It ain't none nobody's business. But me and George talk about things. You know what I'm saying? When he affecting everything, he advocating, and I go through things. See, this is what I'm saying, that this part of advocate for each other too. But see, this is what I'm saying. People, that's what all I can say for me. People ain't built like me. People ain't built like me. People ain't built like me because, again, I'm going to put my secondary email out. If anybody that want to speak, you me, just give me some time, because I'm ever since I got the channel back, I've been a lot of things trying to get things going. But I reach back, even if I don't have the resources, I reach out to other people. Give me some time. You know, this person, you know, like that. Because see, it's got to start. See, this, but also though too, you got to be real picky too. You got to protect yourselves. So when people say that, I don't blame what you're saying, because I'm doing the same. I'm doing the same thing myself. Gotta be real picky, but at the same time, people, we in crucial times now, and I'm telling you, the dirty elite ain't gonna let this go, yo. They not. They not gonna change to a good leaf that they should. So they want to be a rotten leaf, long as they don't be touched. But they need to be touched and get out. So us as the good leaf that wants to do something, that wants to blossom of this tree that we talk about, humanity, and part of it I'm talking about our people, so we can get things together. But that rotten leaf on that branch, and that branch leaf, you cut that branch with them leaves and let them go. Let the good branch and the leaves, that's us, as righteous ones, we can prosper.
And once again, the quote, as I said again, As you know, I will quote this in the part in Batman Begins where Ra's al Ghul burns down Bruce Wayne's mansion. He says, "To order to start things, you have to start a fire, and the fire burns out the old stuff, and new stuff grows from that." That's what we do. We have to start a fire. And I'm not saying literally a fire, but we have to gut out the system. We have to build it from the ground up again. It started, like I said, everything starts off with good intentions. And when people, start to think good intentions, they would see something and they would twist it to their advantage. And we have to start all over. Maybe we have to start over again, build up. We have to clean some things. We have to push the people out who
We
are,
have to.
yes, who are
We have
stalling,
to, Brother George.
who,
We have to.
who who are stalling from us, just us, the people, to advance. We have to, like I said, one thing. Yes, let's increase the minimum wage. Let's provide Medicare for people who can't afford their jobs insurance. Let's bring in things that can like gun control. There's countries that have better gun control than the U.S. Japan has better gun control, and their society has been around for thousands of years. America is like this popular young kid, but still has the mentality of an old person. They don't like you don't want things to come in that will probably help the country grow and process. There's people who were like back in the day when they had abolished liquor and alcohol. But then the thing what happened was people made money off it bootlegging. Like look at NASCAR. NASCAR was created because the fact was the bootleggers had nothing to do with their cars after liquor was legalized again. Talk about prostitution. Yes, prostitution is bad because people criminals take it, but you take it, you clean it up. You take it put in the control of the government. And put in guidelines for it. What happened? It does affect the bottom line of the criminal aspect of it. Like I said, you decriminalize something, you take it out of the hands of the criminals, they lose money. Weed's legal in just about every state. Not in my state yet, North Carolina. I don't think. I know some ladies who live in certain states that tell me that it's legal there. And like most of Nevada, California. I think it's just about legal. JT. I know you're from New York. I don't know if it's legal in New York yet, and a couple other states. Once you take the power from those people, especially the criminal mind of it, and then you become a threat when you start making money from it. Like that's why a lot of these rich big time, these big time politicians are trying to let's not make weed legal. Because the fact was their constituents, the people who paid them under the table, don't want anybody to start climbing up and be at their level. They want to keep everything at this. That's why that's what they want to try to cut out the middle class. George Bush did it, and Trump just about finished it, and that's the truth of that.
Yeah, and also too, in this country, they always talk about international terrorists, but you notice that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't deal with domestic terrorists.
No.
Because usually when you become a president, there are some that advocate, they put what you want to advocate to push the bills first and stuff. But they always say international terrorists, but domestic terrorists.
That
They
was
quiet.
the saying like it's supposed to be false professing enemies, foreign, domestic. Let's do like this. Let's flip it all the way. We should be worried about the enemies, domestic first and foreign, because you got other countries too that also gonna fight those foreign enemies. We got to remember the ones that are here in our backyard. Like groups like the Klan, the neo Nazis. Those people they had a foot in this country for years because the fact was that America is one of the most prejudiced, racist countries in the world. We can talk about other countries, but America can't. You can't stand on the foot. You're pointing your finger at everybody else and not realizing that you do the same stuff. Like this country was created by slavery. My ancestors, your ancestors, underrated. We're the ones who built this country, but still don't get recognition and credit or anything like for that. And then you want to talk about other countries and what they're doing, but you shouldn't be. You don't have a leg to stand on when you're doing just about the same thing. When you like Germany, they pretty much outlaw neo-Nazism. It's outlawed practically in Germany. But here in the United States, it's all because of the fact of that old thing of the Constitution, the freedom of speech. But freedom of speech should be limited. You don't really have freedom of speech. You should be limited, especially when you're talking about hurting people. You're talking about stuff like that because some people still believe in it. That this group of people is inferior. That group is inferior. No one's inferior. You know, and it's just mostly, I think it's just that you don't want to issue how great or some people have the qualities have. Black people were a great race. We've been around for years. Where, you know, story is that Eve, you know, Adam and Eve were black. Everybody who are descendant of Adam and Eve descended from them. They were in Africa. That's the story. That's where life started, you know. And then the others went out and expanded, and then they became the other races. Or I say races, ethnic group. Because like I said again, humans were as a race, we're all humans, but with different ethnic backgrounds, different colors, different persuasions, different religions. Like like time I'm watching this thing where one woman says, "Well, my family is Irish, Italian, and German." Well, that's all white. You just got different ethnic. You got there's not just this nationality, you know. And you have people that say, "Okay, I've got black in my bloodline. I got European in my bloodline. I have Native American bloodline. I have Asian in my bloodline." You know, yes, you know those are different. But then you have people who are we say like, I'm half German. I'm half Hungarian. That's just European. You know, it's just just different, just a different nationality. But when you are like, say, okay, I'm black, and I know in my bloodline I do have white because I'm being descended of slaves. I might have Native American. We all pretty much we're the same race, but we just have different nationalities and different ethnic backgrounds. You may speak, underrated.
George, you know what, George, man, he make my mic muted. I'm keep my mic.
I
George
didn't
got
mean
powers,
to.
man.
I had no powers over you, man. It's you.
George be mute my mic all the time. Keep my
No,
eye on
man,
George.
man, yeah. Like I said, I
Nah, I
told
just
you.
mess with you.
I
But
know,
see, this is the thing that people understand. Us as a people, we gotta learn to laugh sometimes.
Yeah, we do. Cause like I
We
come
so
out here.
uptight and everything.
Yeah, cause I
Like
come out
people think
here.
do you know what people say, George? You know what people say about me?
What
You too
about you?
serious all the time. You don't have fun sometimes. You don't laugh. Maybe you're not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your jokes is not funny. You trying to be a comedian. You don't make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something wrong. Maybe it's you. Cause I know I be making people. I could be my own comic by myself. George could tell you, shoot. When
Yeah.
we do the MMA, and sometimes he be on other bucket. He said, "Y'all, listen. I'm gonna ride by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I am funny. Now, do I let my funny? Do I put my funny to everybody in the space? No, I don't. I'm very selective.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones know I'm funny. I'm funny, mother. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I lie. I lie. Why
He
you
ain't
got me
lying.
like the?
He
I
ain't lying.
lie.
He
I
ain't
lie.
lying. Like sometimes some people you come on here. I pick on LOA because we have a favorite fighter. Well, she no longer fights anymore. She's in WE now, and that's Valerie Loretta. Oh my
Watch your goddamn
God!
mouth, George.
Yeah. Oh,
We supposed to.
Uh, how I get my scars? You know it. You want to know how I get my scars? Oh. I broke my back. Spinal.
Spinal. That's it. I'm not messing with you.
I
But we
know.
welcome back Sister Tina back and everything.
Welcome back,
And
Sister Tina.
we welcome back Sister Tina. But I do want to talk about. I am going to talk about more of this thing about holidays, how we spend our money, and we're gonna go more about that because I did talk to Brother Alonzo Hall about that, and he's willing. I was gonna do it on an underrated men's talk. I changed my mind.
God,
But I will address it on the underrated
I can't
men's
believe
talk
it won't
before
be
the
long for it.
holidays. But
Yeah, it won't be long for this. It's Thanksgiving. I think it's maybe about another 6 more weeks of Thanksgiving. Then another.
yeah, 6 more Thanksgiving,
That
right?
means the
So
Christmas shit.
we're gonna address it right now. But I will gonna address it on the underrated men's talk, and then I'm gonna bring it back. I don't know, morning talk live, or it's gonna be afternoon talk or evening talk. I don't know that part yet. I gotta find out because I know approaching Halloween, and then Thanksgiving is not that far away. So I know people gonna be busy traveling and stuff. So y'all gotta bear with me on that part. the time. I'm talking about to get up and everything. So I just had to see the timing of it and do up the space and everything, and what I'm going to do. But we're going to address it right now, and I want to. And then now, why it's so important that we should talk about spending money on the holidays, because sometimes we spend without out our means.
Sometimes or all the time.
I'm talking about the holidays.
I mean, especially me, I only like I said, all the grandkids and my
I don't
niece
have
and
no money,
nephews,
so
all my niece and
I'm
nephews,
hollering.
my niece and nephews are grown. My great nephews are grown. I used to just buy something for my mom for Christmas. I might get send some like give some money to my brothers and sisters on their birthdays because me and my younger brother, my two older sisters, a couple of my niece and nephews were born all in November, so I might get some on their birthday. Christmas, that's for children. Children are grown. They have their mom and daddies now. They can buy for them. I'm done. The one person I did buy for was my
Don't
mama.
say that, George.
I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm done. I might get
I'm
something.
with you, but don't say that because
I used to like. I had this niece. I used to always give something for her, and she wasn't really my niece. She was a little girl that my sister helped raise, or my mom helped raise. And I used to always at Christmas always buy something for her and her brothers and sisters, and because they were children. But now they're grown now, and they have children. Their children have children, just about. And I might buy something for my sisters or maybe my brother, something like that, or anything like that. But everybody else is grown. Yeah, Christmas for the children. How I believe it. It's a children thing. And I always used to buy. Well, I didn't buy my. I didn't buy my mother money. It's easy for women, Miss Tina. It's easy for us men to just give y'all money. Y'all can do what you want to do.
Mm-mm. I think gifts should come from the heart, and I think if you can do handmade or put some thought into the gifts, um, be creative.
Yeah.
Um,
My mom used to
I
sew
like
pretty.
those gifts, um, which doesn't really cost as much. Um, I have older children, so um, we try to cut down on costs. I think we spend more on food as opposed to gifting.
Hmm.
So that we all can get, especially around Christmas, that someone can pitch in, be creative, create your dish, create a dish for yourself or for us that you think that we might like. Then we'll sit around, talk,
Yeah, that's
shoot the bobo, whatever.
yeah.
I don't have no little kids where I think that's a peer pressure thing where you think that they should be surrounded with so many gifts so they can talk about it. But I really think the gift giving is overrated. I think everything should be from the heart. And I think that new traditions need to start, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Unfortunately for some. Um, my family has been blessed. I guess they don't look for gifts. They just look for us spending that time. So time is a gift.
that's
Time is
true.
money. So that's what I look at it.
But now let me get this out. But I would say this, that the ones that not gonna say don't have family. I'm not. They do have family, but they just around. And I think that we should think about them, and we should incorporate them in as a family.
Mhm.
And
And
I
like
think that's very important. And there are some families that don't like incline with the other ones. But I say this, that understand that they could go through depression. Matter of fact, they don't even have to go to depression. They're just lonely. It's like nobody don't care. And I think that people say, see, it's easy to send an email. It's easy to call. Easy to meet up. Well, it's as good that you just invite them to the house and talk to them. And you'd be surprised when you do that. They are rich they will rich of your time. And I think that is missing too. We so much into ourselves. We don't think about The other ones is suffering and stuff like that. Sometimes they had to cook, cook for themselves, just eat by themselves. I'm not saying calling is not good. I'm not saying sending emails is not good. I'm not saying that networking is not good. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you live in the vicinity of a person, sometimes bring a dinner over. You'd be surprised, like somebody cared. And don't bring dinner around them and just feel, oh, I can shut them up and I can go back to my family because I have my family. But just sit in and talk to them. You'd be surprised how much you learn from them. And it don't have to be just the holidays. It could be any time. Do you know that sometimes when I cook some food, this when I was living in the old apartment, I used to give it up, and then I used to give it to these men and women that I'm not gonna call them, but let's put it they less fortunate. Do you know that it brings a joy to them when I bring food to them and I bring plates and plastic forks and stuff? They said, "Why are you doing that? Y'all gotta eat too, right? While you drinking and go through things, y'all want to feel special, right?" What's your other channel? Just calm down, sleep. Thank you. What's your other channel? Please, I have to know. And people say, "Why you do that for? Why? Because they people too, right?" Oh, you near minded people, near minded. So I, get myself, and that's what it's all about and everything, you know. Oh, just being Patty, how you doing? I'm glad. Hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is well. Just being Patty. Okay.
And,
All
and
right.
life is and life's a
Go
precious gift.
ahead.
Life's a precious gift, and we should always enjoy it while we have it. Like I said, this one thing. It's been 2 years since my mother's passed,
Mhm.
and she was. I like to. I like to watch like a western. So now I say my mama was my woman, and I took care of her. And she really taught me some stuff how to take care of be a man. I don't have the luxury of having children of my own or a woman, but I do have my family, my brothers and sisters. I love them. My nieces and nephews. I love them like they're my children. I'm glad I have them because I know my sister. She called me to come over and eat at her house there so often. But sometimes I go over, sometimes not, because sometimes I work on stuff. Because I'm trying to grow my channel. Because my channel is gonna be almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm just
Congrats.
thank you, brother. I'm hoping I get to your level. I want to be
Mm.
like you when I grow up, underrated.
No, no, no. You know how long it took me to get 2,000?
Ooh, I
The
know.
truth.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's tough to
Shit.
get to
It
a
was faster
thousand.
than me to get 1,000. You know how hard to get to.
Yeah, I know.
It's on my before you finish. All what I'm saying is it's on this channel. Y'all just go back and go.
Yeah.
You be surprised.
And you know what, YouTube, you need to monetize my man underrated. He deserves his monetization. He put in the time, and you just screwed him. You screwed him. You're like, I just hate when anarchy is just in the air.
But let me tell you something, y'all too. When I got the channel, but good help with some good people, and even I gotta, shout out to the Miss. She helped me out a lot. I want to thank her thank her
Shout out to
so
the
much for
miss.
that.
Thank you, miss.
She really looked out and everything. But let me explain some to you, y'all. YouTube is dirty. Now,
Mm,
I was monetized at George. You know that.
yep, you
You
were.
know when I come back, everything has check out. Then all of a sudden, that watch hours. We mean I had no 4,000 watch hours. They took that away from me. So
Hmm.
I had to start over again. And then I got like 1,000 some watch hours.
Yeah, you got to climb back on the top again.
They ain't no, but I said, dang, I said I had 4,000. You know what I mean? Like that. I had 4,000. I had money in the account. I finally got the I finally got the money out of the account. And then all of a sudden y'all just let me know that I gotta get back with watch out. Is your kid? I said, is you kidding me? But that's how you see YouTube's going. Oh yeah, they're making it hard. I'm telling y'all. ain't man, I'm telling y'all. I mean, like, cause see, when you see at that time, when you get your 1,000, right? When you make 1,000 subscribers, they make sure automatically you get your 4,000 watch time. And then that's when they do the process and all like that. But now it's like, and see, and the people fail to understand this too. You know, it's you know, the harder part is the people who are going to watch your videos. People say, "Oh, I can just go and check it." No, you got to watch the videos, or you got to watch that live. It's got to be many people. See, the more people watch your videos and in your live streams, you accumulate more that way. A lot of people don't know that, but it's true. And even like you could put out some good stuff that you know is transparent, not complain or nothing. No, I'm not going to talk to. I'm not going to talk to. I'm not going to talk their into existence and stuff. But I'm just saying that it's hard. It is hard when you put some good stuff at that helps people and stuff. Like it is true. It is
Yeah,
true. So you
yeah,
know, one day in the near future, I will get it.
yeah.
Hopefully, I get it this before the year's out.
Yeah,
I
I
hope.
could I can agree about the thing about YouTube. How it is, I like you know as said again, I do content on women's bodybuilding, and one time I put in like in for my avatar it was a picture of a show. It was a bodybuilding show. It was last year's Chicago Pro, and it was ladies in their posing suits. And then it told me the picture was considered to like adult or was against adult content. But wait a minute, they're putting up pictures of women, their legs sprayed, the eagle and stuff like that. I mean, I make videos every now about women in the sport, and they say, well, you have to put the age restriction on it, but it's not that graphic. It's women working out, posing suits. Sometimes not even really that over. I mean, I watch stuff on here where you see women get their legs sprayed eagle, throwing all over the place. It's crazy how they select and choose, pick and choose whose stuff is this or whose stuff is that. Some of you I have to put I can put you give you a choice. You put thing where the kids can watch, but you can't comment, or you put thing where it's not for kids, but you can watch it. But then you have to put the other thing where okay, you got to be over 18 to watch it. And and some of my videos were really getting a lot of views because the fact was some of the ones that weren't over 18, a lot of people watch it. But then say, oh, it's too sexy. It's not. There's nothing sexy about it. I mean, like one time I made a video for a lady, and she saw it. She said she liked the video because I didn't go too sexual when I talked about her. I didn't go too overly sexualized. But I watched other videos where guys were like, they slobbing like they're slobbing like going crazy. I try when I do my stuff, I try to be respectful. Sometimes I have to be. One time I got a strike for a video because there was this girl. This was about a couple years back. This black girl, she would go to a party, and she was with her. And what they did was her coworkers put a noose around her neck, and I commented about it. They said I was cyberbullying. I don't know this girl. I see a picture of this black girl at a party in her job. They have a noose around her neck, dragging around. And I commented that's offensive to me as a black man, being that I'm a descendant of slaves. Our people have been hung by trees and gutted and all this other stuff. And she's at her job, and she voluntarily allowed people to put a noose around her neck. And I was just stating that, pointing that.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you this, George, and Sister Tina, I want you to get in. I want you to get involved with this. 2 years ago, I did a tribute to WNBA, right? So I took it to have a thumbnail of the beginning of the WNBA with the Liberty play stuff back in '97, right? Now I took it was a great picture of women empowered, right? Showing that women could be empowered, right? They had me take it down because they said I'm sexist. Sexist? Empowering women? When I told her I lost it, I lost it. I said, you out your mother. We sorry. I took it down already because I know what they are up to. I mean, like,
You see, it's just
You can't show too much skin. You
Mhm.
can't show too much flesh. You can't show, when it comes to the woman
But check it out, Tina. This is
or
what I'm
the
saying. When I
man.
took the picture, right? They was in a warm-up suits.
Yeah.
Uh,
They
And,
was
and
in a warm-up suits. They took a picture. They was. I know what you told me. You absolutely right.
yeah, but
But they
some
was in their
yeah,
women,
warm-up suits.
and Miss
but
Tina,
some of the suits are very fitting and very flattering.
well, not in WNBA, but Miss Tina, in bodybuilding, guys are wearing pretty much banana hammocks. They're pretty much practically naked, and but the fact is, because there's a big difference because women's bodies are sexualized. You as women understand that women are more sexualized than men. You know,
That is true. And but it's more acceptable for us to see a man without a shirt or some short shorts as opposed to a woman.
hmm
So
About
you
that.
yeah.
gotta think about that.
I remember was a few years ago. There was these two porn stars, and they walked through New York wearing pasties because they felt like women should have the right to be topless like men. But the problem is, even though women should have the same right as men, we, sometimes I've done it when I used to play football. I take off my shirt, especially I get hot, and when I was, I didn't have my shirt on, but women, because like I
You
said again,
can't do that.
they can't do that because one thing. It's funny how you ever
I ain't
watch
doing that.
a commercial where you'll see like a woman breastfeeding and people get mad, but then you see a picture of a model wearing a bra on the side of a bus or on a billboard, and there's not an issue. It's just women's back in the day, women used to have to cover themselves up when they're breastfeeding. People say, I don't want to see that. They don't want to say, well, understand, didn't your mama breastfeed you off her titty? So it's what is when we see something like that, it takes away the sexualization of breast for some men. But you can't. Woman, she has to feed her child. She has to feed her baby.
Okay. Now I'm gonna play devil advocate on that. Let's play devil advocate on that.
Go ahead.
So I'm saying like this. So when a man play basketball, right, without a shirt on, but he have his shirts on, right? Is there's a problem for that?
Nope.
I rest my case.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some women I wouldn't mind
Love
playing.
to see the sexy men with the oops, I'm sorry. The men.
Go ahead. Yeah,
On
Miss
the
Kitty, I got
basketball
plus and
court
busted
with the
here.
sweat running down their bodies.
Okay, I'm telling you a
Yeah.
significant one. You're supposed to keep that to yourself. You know how you make that significant one feel that way. Now, see, now, never put devil advocate for you, Tina. How about if he said, "Yeah, I like that nice round ass she got."
Yeah. Like I said, I worked
No,
at.
no, no, no. Hold that
Go ahead.
thought. What
Go
you
ahead.
say about that, Sister Tina?
You got you into one, Miss Tina.
Um, uh, um,
Mm-hmm.
You got a flustered. You got a flustered.
yes, I'm blushing, but
Yeah.
but it's different standards.
No,
Yes,
It is
I
gonna be like
understand
this.
it. You
Like this.
said you say like a
I
man
just
that
said
vibe that
that
right?
that
Did you
looks
say that?
nice. I mean, it looks nice. It's pleasing
It
to the
looks
eye.
nice.
That's
Right.
just like if a woman is at the beach with their bikini on. That's pleasing to your eyes, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm not. Listen, but yeah, it could be pleasing
Yeah.
eyes. But if I'm with that,
Yeah.
if I'm with the miss is my.
That's the thing. Women should understand.
look,
Men, we're
let
gonna
me tell
look.
you, if you with the miss, significant other, husband, whatever, if something is in your eyesight, you're not going to sit up there and say that you turn your head.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
rest
I
my case.
Y'all
like.
trying to
I
switch
go
up.
work out. I go like
Yo,
every other
see, yo, see,
couple.
you know exactly what I'm talking about
See, couple
because
times out of the wait.
that's not festered in the mind, and that's like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
A couple times out of the week.
Watching something and acting on it is two different things.
Yeah. Because
Cop
a couple times.
out, cop out, cop out,
Well, a couple
It's
times out of the
not
week.
about
Well,
it's true.
with
cop
me, a
out.
couple times out of the week, I go to Planet Fitness. I go work out. I
This
see
is
women
what's
in there, and there's some women who have nice builds, nice bodies. They're wearing tight little outfits, and I'm going to look because I'm a man. It's in
I'm a
my
woman. I'm
nature.
a look too.
Yeah, it's in my nature, just like you,
You see
Miss
how they gang
Tina.
up on me, y'all? Man,
We're
ever
not
since
digging at you, man.
then,
We just telling you what we were thinking.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I see those pictures about Valerie. You have no problems with that, so, okay? But we as people, like depending, like
Mhm.
my content, I do a lot of bodybuilding. what I found out about like ladies in bodybuilding don't get a lot of attention, but the men bodybuilders get more attention, not just from a good most of them are men who are gay, homosexual. That's their big following. There's a good number of guys who this is how I break it out this. The men in
I'll be
bodybuilding.
right back, y'all. You keep on talking.
All right, that's good. The men in bodybuilding, they get followed by mostly by guys who are fan of bodybuilding. Like as you kids grew up, one of the most favorite TV shows where I was growing up was He-Man. My brother used to play football, and he used to bring the muscle mass. I used to look at guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney, Frank Columbo, Lou Ferrigno. I used to love those guys because as a kid, those like big muscle hero type of guys. I used to love watching look at the pictures, and then with some people it's sexualized because the fact is these big muscle guys, and it's mostly going to be guys who are either guys who are straight who like them because they want to be like them, guys who are attracted to guys who like that, or you have women who like men with muscle, but not too much muscle, And then with the women, that's a different subject because I know I'm a big fan of female bodybuilders. I've been told like guys say, "Are you gay?" Say, well, the problem is if I was gay, I'd be attracted to a dude. I do have a small little man crush on Vin Diesel, but that's not a situation. But people got to understand that people are going to find something attractive about somebody, be it a man, be it a woman. There's some guys who say, hey, I see some guys who are good looking guys and say, hey, hey, that's a good looking guy. But I'm not going to approach him because, hey, I'm not into guys like that. There's some women that I think are attractive women. I would love to approach them, but, I'd be kind of shy. But some women are selective of who they want to be with. Women like to choose women will find men attractive by either physical or financial attraction. Women find a man who has the means, the ways to, do things for them, they'll go with those guys. But they also will go with that guy who can, satisfy them in other ways. It's just that as people, we're always going to find something interesting about somebody. We can't deny that. And if you are in somebody's relationship, a woman should be in confidence herself that, hey, you know what? My man's going to look at a woman, but he's with me. And same thing with a man. Your woman's gonna look at a man, but you gotta be confident she's with you. It's just you can't if you're walking down the road with your woman, you're holding hand, you see this beautiful chick. Like good example, I'm thinking of who I'm gonna think of. I met her in real life, and that is the porn star Cherokee. You meet someone like Cherokee. She was like, my God. I can't, Miss Tina, out of respect for you, I'm not gonna say some things I have done, but you meet women like that, you're like, wow, she's amazing, great. When I got to go to my first bodybuilding show just about last month, I got to meet some women who I've been following on social media. Some women I've been fans of for years. I was just at awe meet some of these people. Some people who I I've got to know in my interviews, I got to meet, and it was just great to meet these people. And we got to realize people are going to be attracted by people, be it man, be it a woman, whatever. We're gonna find somebody's, some beautiful about somebody, be it their personality or be it their physical. That's how it is with people, with humans. And we just can't just say you should look at her. Why can't I look at her? Why can't I look at her? If she's a beautiful woman, if she has an hourglass figure, she has pretty hair, she got a pretty face, she got pretty teeth. She might have jack up feet, but you get those fixed. But we're gonna look. And people just can't tell. Hey, you can't stop somebody like this. I'm a Scorpio, and I remember that story of the scorpion and the frog. How the frog, how the scorpion asking all these other animals to get across the river. So he asked the frog, "Can I ride your back, get across the river?" The frog kind of hesitant because he's afraid the scorpion might stick him. So I think he might stick me. But I said, "No, I won't stick you. We're gonna get across the river because if I do, we'll die." So halfway across the river, the scorpion sticks the frog. And the frog says, why are you sticking me? We're going to die. Why you do that? And the frog said to the scorpion said to the frog, it's in my nature. We're going to do things that's in our nature. And that's it. And if you can't do things by your nature, you shouldn't be judged by that.
Okay. Now, before I'm gonna get Sister Tina, I want you to address this, Brother George. Let me read this to you, and then after that, Sister Tina, we can keep the conversation going. She said, "I just went to all Raise George page channel. It says some content may be inappropriate."
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you would say about that?
But the problem is, like some stuff, I do make some stuff, and I post it, put a thing where it might be appropriate, especially when I do my, as you know, I'm also gonna call the pervy sage. So often I make little videos like we talk about people like Valerie or something like that. I post that, but some of those other stuff, it's not too graphic. It's mostly like, like some videos I started making, like workout videos. One time I put a video where it's just some ladies doing like posing routines. They weren't like naked. They were in maybe shorts. They might be in a posing suit. But then I got a thing where YouTube said, well, it's considered too graphic for children. You
Right.
kids are watching Baywatch. There's kids who can go online and pull up, can go on Pornhub and OnlyFans. Kids are smarter than they can get around that stuff. So what's
Right.
the point? You put these things, kids can get around it. Children
Gotcha.
are
You're
stupid.
safegating yourself. That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah, I
You
said
just
it
got to
myself.
safegate yourself,
Hmm.
because children are smarter than us.
Yeah.
That's because they're growing with technology. So the faster the stuff come in, the faster they absorb it. And because I know some 2, 3 year olds, what you know about YouTube, but they're on YouTube. What? I'm like,
Hmm.
really? Where are your parents? Why? How? And it's like, oh, we know. And I was like, okay, so now they're on YouTube. I said, yeah, but they only go to certain content. How do you know? How do you know what pops
Hmm.
up?
Yeah,
How do
you're
Yeah.
you
supposed,
know?
yeah, because you're
Yeah.
supposed to put those protections for your children. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to monitor your children's internet and stuff like that. I remember how I got on YouTube was originally. I just like anybody else. When YouTube first came out, I came on watching little videos and movies and stuff like that on YouTube. My great nephew, my oldest great nephew, he got me on to some stuff that was on YouTube. It was like a thing called Epic Rap Battles. And he used to, hey Uncle George, you can watch this with me. Say I watched it with him. And then after a while, like I had a YouTube channel before, and I was posting pictures, but then they said the pictures were copyrighted, and then I got a couple of strikes, and my YouTube old channel was blocked. And then, I started get on here, and a few years later, and I started talking about stuff, especially dealing with my mom. I came on just to talk about things, and then I met, a gentleman that me and underrated know, which is Coach Sherry Harrison. He started doing stuff. He talks about WMA. He talks about little stuff too. And he told me, well, do more stuff with your channel. So I started doing stuff like, I just started to talk about commentary about bodybuilding, stuff like that. And then after my mom passed, I allowed a few more time. So I started doing interviews. And I started doing also a thing called comparison videos where I'm talking about certain women, how they compare. Because another guy who I follow, he was doing with men. And I said he wasn't doing much for the women. Because if you go on my channel, I as being, like I said again, being raised by my mother and have my 3 older sisters working jobs with women, I have a love respect for women. Women, you are both our greatest strength and also our greatest weakness. And I would say that, Miss Tina. And one day when I created one of those videos where I did my comparisons, I get a thing from YouTube saying that it's considered to, I guess I think the sexual advisory, something like that, or how to say it. I said it's nothing to, but then I said you want to protect myself. That's a good thing. But then sometimes I make a video. It's nothing too dirty, nothing too anything. But then they'll slap it on and say, "Hey, we got to do it." So I say, "Well, I'm gonna start doing it with most of my videos." Cause I think it's just, like I said again, to protect myself, because I don't want to lose this channel, because I love doing this. I love making this content.
Well,
You
but
know,
but I do want to get back to the holidays and stuff. I want to get back into it because I'm not gonna be here that long. I'll be a few more minutes and then I'm gonna cut it short. What do you think? What do you think that a remedy to keep the cost down of spending, but to understand the value of being there for each other, and then Sister Tina, you gonna go first, then after up George, then Brother George, then me. And even the people in
The,
the chat, y'all can engage on it too, please.
the remedy, the remedy to
Yes.
try to keep it down, the cost down.
Yeah.
Is there a remedy? I think it's going to vary. It depends on the family, depends on the structure. Um, Again, to keep the cost down, you got to do more potluck. Do more potluck. Do secret Santas. Do secret Santas. That way, everybody picks a name and um get something for that particular person. Of course, you would have to have a guest list about who's coming and who's not, or if you want to extend it to people outside of the immediate family, you can do that as well. And then that way you can guarantee that everyone will feel some type of attention with gift. If they're not able to make it, to a formal dinner or function. Um, those are my remedies. Again, as I said before, be creative. Create something with your hands. Cards. You can create gifts. Take up knitting, crocheting. You can make a lot of things with your hands. Um, as to purchasing,
Big
or
hand.
you can also go and refurbish. There's nothing wrong with refurbishing old stuff um, to make it new. Um, and all the choice is yours. I mean, it's a lot that you can do so that you don't overwhelm your pockets. And then you have to be more mindful and budget, plan. Um, Technically, you should have started saving like in the beginning, especially if you know that you normally have big gatherings and you want to give to multiple people. Um, save, save from the beginning of the year. That way, at the end of the year you have X amount of dollars to spend. So that's another way.
Gotcha. All right, brother G.
Well, reparations is one thing we need. That could help out, but we know we're not going to get it anytime soon. Also, like I say, like Miss Tina said, yeah, save. Like you should start the beginning of the year, and then you got to start after Christmas. Start up again. I know the holidays is a tough time for a lot of people financially. You got you want to pay bills, make sure everything's taken care of, but you also want to make those people in your life special. I'm not good with my hands with anything other than I can cook something. Like every so year, almost every Christmas, I always make a macaroni and cheese, something like that. I mean, one time I made a cake. My mom, she couldn't cook that much anymore, and she instructed me, and she told me, said, George, the cakes are ugly, but son, they taste good. You did a good job, and I told me that. You know what? I love that. We should appreciate that. And with my friend to say, George, they weren't pretty cakes, but it tastes good when it went down. I mean, that's a good thing, Or as we in the black community, you can always go with the Black Christmas that is tax time. So if you got kids, but I would say do what you do what you think is best for you and your family. Yeah, be smart, budget. Don't you can find some things at a different place for a different price. Shop around, or a lot of people do. I do more stuff online than anything because you have to go. I know people like to go to the store like that, but hey, I order stuff online. I get it sent to my house. Ever since the pandemic, I think a lot of people do that a lot more. You can you have like Amazon or you have certain things you can get it. That helps. You don't have to always go to the store and get it. You can get it. Right straight to your house, wrap it up, and you're done.
And though, I was thinking about y'all, and I'm talking about couples now. You know what you should invested in? Invest of a invest in a video system. Just you and that significant one play. Have to you need to do some educational stuff, or y'all can play games together, like a Wii or something, or PlayStation, or whatever it is, and get some games that y'all both agree on. Your play, just y'all two. I think that will help a lot. They do have some educational stuff. You can go educational and talk about that and stuff that help strengthen it. Even family too. I'm not saying family, not family too. Yes, family, but a couple. And I think I believe that they can have fun. I think it's a cool thing that you have like a Wii in the house or a PlayStation in the house, and you got to, and and show that significant how to play the game, and show that playing fun, that means a lot, and that be just y'all too. Just y'all too. And I know people gonna say, but what about the family? Yeah, the family. Yes, the family though too. Because it could be y'all too. Just play. and then it's some educational stuff pop up, you can see it's okay, let's talk about it. I think that is very, very important, this stuff. And it helps the anxiety, you'll be close together, you can work on certain things, and and um and I feel that is very important. And I feel that's very important that I think we need to invest in, like, need to do. Be creative. Be creative and just understand that, that's just about you and her or her and him. Just y'all two. That's it. Now nobody else can intervene, nothing. And I think that's a cool thing because one of my friends I grew up with, right? Let me tell you, a long time ago, they was going through some problems. And then I forgot what I think they got Xbox. And she bought an Xbox for herself, but she bought an Xbox for them. She said, I buy it and everything. Why you buying some things? And for her, she said, I want us to be together. And he said, you always like to play basketball and stuff. So he got his own Xbox, and she bought an Xbox for them, and they play in the bedroom. And to this day, that's what they get. They get the games. They play and everything. They got kids. Okay. You playing outside, but in here, no. And then so sometimes, she get off work. Baby, I had a hard day. And he said, I go bust you up and I just being like that. And then I hear her on the phone, yeah, I'm gonna get you like this. And she said, babe, I just want to play a game. I said, babe, she said, sometimes it could be just set it up. Sometimes they cook together, they set it up, or they bring food, or whoever get home first, get themselves together and all like that, and then they just play. Bust your way, and she said, found out that throughout the year, it brought them close together. They read together and stuff like that, and and even the kids see the change in that, and they say like, hey, oh, we want to bring the grandkids. We ask for the grandkids when we want to ask. It's time for them to go home and like this. So she used to say, and even this is our time. Our time is our time, and I think that's the most beautiful thing. And then they've been married, they had problems like I think within like 10 years. They had little kids. Now they're grown kids now. Now I think they built 30 years. But at least they see the problem for what it is like 20 years ago. And they good now. And they still I see y'all still playing games. Yeah, we still play our games and stuff like that. And then I said, what's the key to this? You gotta be inventive. You gotta want to do it. And I think that what it is. They said, oh, that's a big kid to do. And that's what they do, especially on holidays. They go play. They go play, and sometimes they order. They order. And they said, "This is what I want to do." Sometimes she go and say like, I don't want. I gotta get. Come on, you want that Madden? Nah, you already got that. Come on now, stop playing. Or how they talk. Okay, I I get that. And then he do it. Do you want? Yeah, you gonna get it for us. Right? I say it's for us. And that's what they do. That's part of, that's one of the things they do. Be inventive with that significant one is very, very, very important. And I'm telling you, those memories stay with you all the time. It is very, especially like in these times. And that's what I'm gonna say. Anybody could man, sister, chocolate gonna drop off again. She must be an important person today. Important person,
Yeah,
my
yeah. I
God.
think she's probably a busy lady. Things
Yeah,
is,
she busy. She busy.
yeah. She gave us she gave us enough time. She feels
She
like
give
it.
us
She'll
some
probably
jewels
come.
and live like that.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said again, underrated. We as a people, as a family, we need to come together. We need to support each other, be it men, be it women, be it whatever. We got to stand together, and it's gonna be tough. Time's gonna be tough. And I know Christmas is around the corner, Thanksgiving is around the corner. If you're somebody who feel like you are going through some hard times mentally, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Don't let the darkness sit into your mind. Don't let it take over. Don't say, what, life is too difficult. No. Life is tough. But you know what? That's the thing about life. It's a test. If you can make the test, it's good. Just keep going. Keep above ground. Keep like my man Rocky said to keep, no matter how hard life hits you, it's not about how much you can hit, it's how much you can get hit, and keep moving forward. You gotta keep moving forward. I love Rocky. He's a great movie, Rocky, yo, Adrian.
At least he don't have. At least he don't say spinal.
I broke my back.
I messing with you. Yeah. I'm trying to wait till Sister Tina come back. So okay,
We'll give a couple.
okay, no problem. That's okay. Okay, thank you, Sister Tina. Thanks for coming, and and it's always great to talk to you. And yes, I'm gonna tell the miss that I tell you to say hi, and thank you. So what we gonna do? I'm gonna close this out because I need some rest, and then they deal with the miss. And but Brother George, last remark, please. I want you to stay there, and then we close it out, and that's it.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you, Underrated, for sending the link. It's been a while since we had to chop out a little bit. Thank you, Miss Tina, for listening to and telling your story. And you're an amazing lady. I hope to maybe get a chance to come on my channel and hang out a little bit. Appreciate to all the people who follow me and support my channel. As you know, this is my channel again. I put it in the link in the description. It is All the Way George Page, aka the Perfect Sage. Come check him out. I got a couple of interviews coming up this week. I'm interviewing a lady from the motherland. She's from South Africa. She's a bodybuilding pro. Also I'm interviewing a lady who is a MMA fighter. She's also going to make her BKFC debut, and that her name is Jessica the Black Widow Baraga. Come check that out. The interview is going to be this Saturday. My interview with Blessing Christopher is going to be this Wednesday. With Blessing, she's in South Africa, so I have to do it early in the morning.
Yeah, that ain't no joke, yo.
Yeah, I've done some interviews with ladies from across the ocean, Germany, Czech Republic, Australia. Mexico. I'm going international. I'm like my man. Remember Jerome from Martin? He's an international player from the Himalayas.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like I said,
that's all right. Yeah.
yeah, and I guess shout out to everybody out there who support my man Underrated here. I know he can be a pain in the butt, but he's a good dude. He's generally a good dude.
Pain in the butt, man.
I could say the other word and Underrated, but I'm trying to be a little cool.
I'm not good, yo. I'm telling you, I'm that, I'm that man you go to war with, yo. I'm that one. Tell you. Respect.
Where like one of my favorite movies say, I'll be Huckleberry Johnny Ringo. I'm a Daisy if you do, Daisy if you don't.
I don't know about that, but Brother George, before I make my last remark, if there's anything news coming up on your channel,
well, like I said, my channel's about to hit to about 1,000 subscribers.
How many you got? How many you got to go?
I think I got like at least about 24, 25.
25? Okay, yes.
I probably maybe a good maybe 300 or 400 away from my 4,000 watch time. This afternoon, right about 3 o'clock, I do my live stream, which is the Muscle Talk Mondays. We'll talk about stuff about it. Right now, it's kind of slow for us. My partner, Gyros, it's kind of slow because we talk mostly good about women's bodybuilding, but it's not too many competitions going on. He doesn't follow too many other stuff. I truly try to expand my channel. I'm hoping maybe get some women outside of bodybuilding on, such as other divisions such as bikini, figure. There's also a division called wellness where it's women would have been more a bit of the backside. And also I love the interview somebody I interview a couple ladies in wrestling. I like to interview some more female wrestlers. I interview maybe even bring some guys. I got a guy who his name is Sean. He's a physique competitor. I like maybe get some guys on board too. I got to reach out to some guys who want me to talking. But I have a couple guys, like my dear friend Mr. Big Keith Williams, who's going through some stuff. He had access a few months back. His wife is a professional bodybuilder. He's going through things. Meet him talk. He's a great dude. I hope everything goes real well after his accident. And he's going through some stuff, but he's doing good right now. And also My brother X Gucci 23. We need to get back on because he's we love to chop it up with him. Miss Tina, if you ever like to have come back on and chop it up with us, we'll appreciate you. All people out there, my man Big Duke, we talking on the phone every now and then. Love to get Big Duke on and he can tell his story. Like I said, I really don't like to see my channel grow. I like to see everybody else grow. Also, that I know. Shout out to my man, the coach. I appreciate him for helping me get to this level. And shout out to you, underrated, for setting this thing up and bringing me on.
I appreciate it. Stay right there.
All right.
Just calm. Oh, just calm. I just got you. Yeah. Yeah. Coco Tina. Got you. Brother George. Anytime, just calm and come back. We miss you from the family. She's one of the day ones. Brother George, Coco Tina got you. She subscribed to you and don't subscribe to each other. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and just
let
come.
me
Yeah, just come. I gotta make sure that I
let
got
me
your main
reach
channel.
out.
So I got your main channel and this channel. So we good. So welcome back and please come back. Just get miss your present and everything. She one of the positive women that I know too. So hopefully, just come. You can get on the panel too. Matter of fact, I want you to take my email down. Just calm.
Mhm.
So you have it. So you have that. So in case if you want to get on the panel with some women, I can hit you up. So hit me with the email right now. Just calm, if you can, before I get off. Before I make my last remarks and everything, I might do one tonight. I'm not sure yet. I might do one tonight. I might. I don't know. I
What?
don't know. And just as you heard from the Miss last night, I went to the just talking about me and the Miss. We was at Kennedy Center in Washington D.C. Um, it's gonna be a lot more come. So this is gonna be one JT out and about in DC. I don't know what part it is, but that's gonna be coming soon. But I'm gonna make sure when I set it up, I'll make sure that I'm definitely gonna be in DC. Make sure that the internet will be working right. So I'm gonna be in DC. So watch out for that. Just calm down. Again, take down my email and let me know you send me your email so I could plug you in. Then you yeah, let me know you send me an email before I get off and everything. But and this week I don't know that I'm going to do yeah, I'll probably do another morning real talk part 29. I don't know what day it is, what day I'm going to do it because I'm trying to hook up with some chop up. So
Mm.
oh yeah, definitely. So just calm sleep. Did you got my email? If not, let me put it down one more time. Cause I know that the chat sometimes goes fast. You know? Yeah. But again, thanks, Sister Tina. Very much appreciated that you come. Always greatly for your presence. Also, Brother George, always
All
great for
right.
your presence.
Also, I'm gonna do is real quick. I'm gonna drop my IG.
Yeah,
If
go
anybody
ahead.
wanna,
Drop
if
it,
anybody
drop it.
wanna
Oh yeah,
come
George.
in,
Thank you, George. Could you do me a favor? You know my IG, right? You can find my IG, right?
yeah, I'll drop it to
After you
you.
do yours, drop my IG
Yeah,
too. Cause
you get it because you can go check me out on my IG. And
Oh yeah, and then thank you, brother George too. George had to remind me I gotta do more IGs too. So
yeah,
watch
yeah,
out for me. I'm gonna do more IGs in the near future too.
yeah,
I just been like ever since I got my channel back, I just been yeah. So like I say, email me right now, just come so I can make sure I plug you in before I get off and everything. What time do I usually go and do at night? I don't know that part. Just calm. But wherever I could fit in, day or night. Basically, it's not no set time for me. Okay, and get mines, please, brother Joe. And so, I don't,
just dropped it.
so it's as I say before, just calm. Wherever I could fit in, and then the Jerry that's my IG right there. That's my IG right there, and then you can hit me up on that, and I will do. Maybe I might do some IG later on. Never know. Never know. I might hit you with some IG and stuff like that. So, because it's been a while and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I really don't do IG because people, it's hard. It's not hard, but you know,
Yeah. Well, like I said, I do more. I'm more. I'm a bit more on Facebook, but a bit more on YouTube than I am on IG. I do post some stuff on IG. I don't do a lot of. I do some maybe so I might do an IG live every now and then, but I do more stuff on YouTube. On YouTube. Also, if I'm going to post my Facebook, you want to check it out and comment on stuff. I have a couple of sites I created on Facebook. If you want to check them out, maybe join them. Support the people out here, like my man Underrated. Get
yes,
him, like I said, let's get him back to his 4,000 watch time, so he can,
appreciate that.
have the, he can, make his money, make his money.
Yeah, because as you know, brother George, not that man. It depends on a person, though, as you already know. I got you. So check your email. Just calm. Sleep sound. Just calm. Yeah, I got you. So check your email right now and let me know you got it. People very suddenly, hit you with the Cash App, and very suddenly they hit you with the PayPal. But usually when as brother George could tell you, usually when you monetize, is they rather hit you with the super chat.
Hmm.
Don't I tell people I don't know why. But that's the way it is. Of some people. I'm not saying all to some people. Because I had people came to me, they said they not sure to send it. I said, y'all will get the Cash App or I will get the PayPal. But if I would have been monetized, ching, 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 yeah. They said it's easy. Some people say it's easier. But I explained to them so too. YouTube takeout used to be 30%. I remember it used to be 25%. Then it said 30, and then with the 35, 40. So understand, like when you get the cash apps and everything. Now I ain't talking about big channel, you could afford that. You know what I mean? But channels like me and George and stuff like that, yeah, put it all down and everything too. I
Hmm.
gotta put mine down too.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
right
and
now,
am I subscribing on Facebook, brother George?
I think so. Let me check. I'll check in a
Yeah,
minute.
check.
Yeah, because you know what, when they're doing it, it costs. They're taking more percentage than OnlyFans is taking.
Yeah, they take I'm telling you, they take 40%. For understand, fam. So understand, like the big channels, they could afford it. You know what I'm saying?
No, they couldn't.
But me and George, that 40%, that's what I'm saying. That's why you had like us, we had Cash Apps and also we had PayPal.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
I
saying?
because I know in my live stream I put in my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Venmo. And I had one time I had a GoFundMe because I thought I was going to move out of my apartment. I showed my mom, but what the lady told me one time was that I lived here for so long. We've been living up here for almost 30 years in this apartment, and we live in the projects. It's not the project like you come from, Underrated, but it's still considered affordable housing. I lived here for at least almost 30 years. I came up here when I was 19. Me and my family lived out the country because, like I said, my family was sharecroppers, and then back then, a lot of the guys who used to have sharecropping, they let a lot of us go. And where I used to live at, the house was there, it's gone because they turned it down. They burned other houses down, but where I lived, we were more closer to more people who own their own homes. So And I live here. I call this place. It's more a mausoleum. I'm more of a museum curator because my nieces and nephews come in here and they might bring their girlfriends and boyfriends and say check out this, show these pictures and stuff like that because my mom was always she this was the home that everybody would come over like Christmas and Thanksgiving. My mom would cook and everybody come here and they still come here because the fact is the memories because a lot of these kids grew up right here and then it's the memories.
Yeah, exactly. So let me say my last remark. Thank y'all for everything, and yes, I'm gonna keep you in contact. Just come. So definitely, if there's women come, yeah, you can get on. I can see you can get on. Definitely get on, and also, George, am I? Did you? Hold on
Let me check.
Facebook.
Let me check. Let me check. Let me
Let me
check. I should get a friend request. Let me check.
hold on. Let me go on my Facebook right now. Um,
I should get a friend request. I don't know.
George. What is it? Oh, hold on, George.
Because I have two. I have my old one from and my other one. I have two. I yeah.
Oh, you be balling like that, George? Let me
Well,
find out.
one time one of mine was shut down. I don't know what because I lost my password and I just started another one, and then I eventually got that old one back, and I just kept them both.
Mm, talk to. Oh, is you South Robeson High School?
Yes, that's one of them.
That's one of them. Okay, I'm gonna say as a friend. I press request, and what's the other one?
And the other one I think is yeah, I got it that one, and the other one is just it's Jordan MacArthur 731. That's my old one.
Joe McCarthy 731.
Yes, that's my old one.
7. Okay, Joe McCarthy
Because
731.
I just kept them both. So
It's so George MacArthur 731.
yes, I just got your friend request on the South Robinson one. I'm about to send it to your in a second. Uh,
Okay.
okay,
I don't see the 731. The 731, you gotta send that to me.
I thought I did. Let me get the copy of the link, and I'll send it to you on here on Streamyard. You should see it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Oh, you accept it. Okay, you accept
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, stay right there. Don't go get off yet. Don't get off yet.
Okay.
Don't get off yet. Don't get off so I can hit you. Okay, add as a friend. Let me see. Add as a friend. Now, can you see?
Okay, I see you.
Okay, now what I'm going to do now, I'm go to my because I got a Facebook group too. Um, yeah, people, y'all can still if y'all wanna meet up with each other. I cannot say the answer. Meet up with each other on the chat y'all challenge. Y'all go right ahead. Y'all can definitely go right ahead. Let's see. Let's see. Manage. How I go send this one? Oh, invite. All right, Jordan Carter. Hey, Jordan Carter. Now I want you to go to your Facebook. I see your both page.
Okay.
That's my group, the underrated doctor. That's my Facebook group.
Okay, I got you. Just clicked it.
You click it.
Yeah, I just did. You should
Okay.
see me in a minute.
Let me see. I click on both names.
All right.
Yeah, that okay. Let me go. Let me go. Let me see. Let me go back to all right. So let me see. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we got it rolling now. We got it rolling. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna start do more posts. I'm gonna start do live streams on Facebook too. I haven't done that in a while and stuff like that, so I'm gonna do more on that too. That's gonna be sometime next year though. But I'm definitely gonna do more on IG and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, she said. Just Carl said, "Thank you, everyone. Make this day a great one." Yes, yes, yes. I do. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, we will. So, on behalf of my channel, oh, hold on, I forgot. Pardon my manners. Um, Anybody that is traveling to your destination, a home, job, or take care of business, take extra safety precaution out there because the climate out there is real, is crazy, and we don't want nothing to happen to you. We don't want nothing to happen to you. So do that. All right. Want to make sure that we want to make sure that you're all right. All right. Other than that, have a blessed day. Be a winner. This is the last of the morning real talk, part 28. Part 29 will be soon. And have a great afternoon. Stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed no matter what you're going through. You are a winner. You are. Just remember that. You are a winner. No matter if a person trying to make you feel that they think they better than you. No, you're not. No, they not. You are a winner. And remember that and keep on pressing. And the blessings will come to you. Again, on behalf of my channel, Underrated Dogs, yours truly, the number one grinder. Good afternoon. Again, stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed. This one is Ghettos.